knows nothing, can understand nothing. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
Good tidings and welcome to the Ansem Report podcast, episode number 94.
94?
The longest running Kingdom Hearts podcast on the internet, in the world, in your ear holes every Friday, 9 a.m. EST on all your favorite podcasting services and YouTube. Because fuck YouTube. I'm Mike, and with me here as always is my brother, Jason.
Hello.
And full disclosure, we just streamed for 7.5, almost 8 hours, playing Super Mario RPG.
7 hours and 50
randomizer.
minutes.
So we're a little beat, but here's the deal. We a couple days ago recorded a interview with our good friend Tatsoo. You may know Tatsoo Maki from streaming on Twitch and his YouTube channel, and he's been in our chat and we've been in his. It's a great conversation. It's over 2.5 hours.
Yes.
It's insane. So we made the decision. We didn't plan on doing that, but it was just such a fun time talking with him, and we really appreciate him coming on. It's just what happened. So what we decided is we are, that's all this podcast is this week. It's just, and when I say that's all, I mean, it's the longest podcast we've ever done, but we're going to save the question of the week for next week.
Yes.
We're going to do a Cavern of Remembrance next week. We're going to go back to all your Dark Road, all your normal stuff that you love and enjoy next week. But I think you guys will really enjoy this conversation with Tatsoo because we just had such a good time. And
there's laughs. There's some serious parts.
Right.
You get to learn some more about us, about Tatsoo.
Yes.
It's really good.
That's really all we have to say about it. There's not really a lot of news this week anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a very short break just to throw the anchor ad in there. And when we come back, it will be the interview, the official interview with Tatsoo.
Get hype
on the Ansem Report podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ansem Report podcast. Jason.
I just kicked my mic.
Yes, you did. That was a terrible time to do that. Doesn't matter. We don't do reshoots around here. We have a special guest with us today.
Who?
A special guest.
Who?
Our good friend, Twitch streamer, Kingdom Hearts creator, and all-around funny man, Tatsoo. Hey, Tatsoo, how's it going?
Hi, wow, that was a glowing intro. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you're welcome, man. We're a big fan. We've been wanting to have you on for a while now.
Thank you. I've been wanting to come on. I've been hinting at it. I've been dropping in the Twitch chat, just like trying to act lonely.
Hey, anybody got any podcasts that I could be on?
Y'all got a podcast I could be on, man?
I just wish someone would ask me questions randomly.
Just ask me questions, perhaps about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
thank you so much for having me on.
Oh, dude, of course. Actually, we have some members in our community that have been begging us to bring you on the podcast.
I've heard, which is that's still weird to me.
Yeah, Sean.
It's still weird that people bring him on.
Sean said he'd give us money. And I was like, Sean, relax,
what?
dude. No, he didn't really. I'm just kidding.
I took the money.
Okay.
Full disclosure.
I was like, so you can't see. I trust people too easily. People be like, oh yeah, this happened. Like, really? Like, no.
I just like griefing Sean whenever possible. But he did
fine.
ask. He's like, hey, I've been asking for this. Can you please do this? So he'll be pretty excited.
If it comes up, I'll be like, I cannot believe you bribed them to get me on.
Yeah, if he offers you money, take it.
Well, yeah, of course.
Take the money and run, Tatsu.
Take
the money and run.
Anyway, we're big fans. I actually the first time I heard of you was actually you rated us on Twitch. I don't know if you remember this.
I do remember that.
We were playing Among Us, and you were like, "Hey, we heard Shibuya Gato's playing," and I was like, "Yeah, she is. Like, she's definitely playing." And you were like, "Cool," and I was like, "Well, that was nice." And then later, I think. I don't know if you rated us, but I looked you up after that because I was like, I like looking up people that
as
rate
one
us.
does, right? Yeah.
And I found your YouTube channel.
Oh boy!
And I told you this, and you were pretty embarrassed. But I found your Funky Kong ASMR videos.
Oh, it's my legacy now. It's I don't know. There's a metaphor there somewhere. There's got to be a story where it's like this, like it's not my magnum opus. It's like that one thing that you're constantly like, that one thing I did. I got to overcome that. That's like the hurdle.
That's how you see those Funky Kong videos.
I resented them for a long time, but now I'm kind of, I think it's funny. I just think it's funny that like I'm on an endless climb to beat this really dumb video that I made.
Yeah, well,
it's the Funky Kong ASMR guy.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, Jason, but the
you
first
showed me.
The first one has 35,000 views or something nuts like that.
Unfortunately, none of that went anywhere else. But I'm still glad it did well. I still think it's funny. Not even me talking.
I think they're hilarious videos. Personally, I'm a big like Donkey Kong guy. Like I'm a big Donkey Kong Country fan guy.
Yeah, I love the Donkey Kong Country 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Holy shit, we're best friends now.
Oh, absolutely.
Where did that come from? I gotta ask you, like the funky, because you've used Funky Kong and other things, like you hit him in your Halloween Twitch streams and all that stuff. So where's the Funky Kong stuff come from?
It mostly comes from because the guy who does the voice for Funky Kong, he's got this like radio voice, right? Like his voice is just smooth as butter. And I keep telling him to go into voice acting and stuff. But in this old group of friends, we used to hang out all the time. When we first, because there's like already all these other Funky Kong videos. And when we were listening to them, we were like, man, this guy, like the person doing this sounds like this guy. We call him Bao, but he's known as Funky in my community now. But this guy, he sounds just like this guy. So we were just like shooting the shit. And I'm like, what if I wrote a script for you and like actually got you to do like an ASMR video? And it was just one of those like, because I have other videos like surrounding it, like just that aren't related to it at all.
Right.
Like me actually trying, and then I cranked out a script in like an hour, recorded it in like 30 minutes, then edited it all together in like maybe an hour and a half. So it just kind of happened, and it's like his voice. It was more of like a chicken and egg thing,
right?
I guess because he already sounded like Funky Kong. We didn't come up with the idea. There was already all these other Funky Kong ASMRs going around. It's funny now because like I'm curious, just like I'm curious, right? I'll look up Funky Kong ASMR and it's like in all these other playlists now, which is really weird.
So like for you, it was like it's a joke, but like other people are like, oh, this is a really good ASMR video.
No, I'm sure they were. I don't think they were. Sorry, I should try not to hit my desk for the recording. But I don't think people are watching like, wow, this is great. Wow, this is really like. I'm sure they're in on the joke. Like
they're analyzing it.
Yeah. No, I'm sure they're in on the joke, but it's like its own weird subgenre now, and it's like I was so distraught because it's like this isn't even me talking. So people are going to click on any other video and not like the first millisecond is going to be me saying something. They're going to be like, that's not funky. They're just going to leave.
Hold on. Wait, I thought this was Funky Kong's YouTube channel. What happened?
Yeah, no. I was actually going to do that. I was going to do it every Halloween because my plan was to kill him off. And then every Halloween he comes back from the dead to like take over my channel.
I like it.
I half dead during the Halloween.
I was going to ask you because the second one is one where you spoilers everybody on the Funky Kong ASMR.
No.
But you go in while he's taking a shower and you gun him down.
Yeah.
Was that like a cathartic? Because that video happened like
so.
Later. Was that like a cathartic thing for you?
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Well, because I started making videos again, and I was like, oh man, I kind of because like I made this like Sea of Thieves video that got like 2 views. And then I was like, I kind of got like more. I was kind of taking it more in stride as like, oh, it's just funny, just roll with it, right?
Right.
And I was like, well, I kind of, at least for me, I'm like this. I drew like an incomplete circle. Like there's no cap to this lore that I've set for the channel. So it's like I kind of needed some, and I was like just making something really creepy. So someone clicks on like the thought of someone going to click on the Funky Kong ASMR. And it's me like breathing in the mic as I walk down the street, like break into his house and like shoot him. Like I don't. That's
literally what
like,
the video is.
That's scary. Yeah, but like that's so funny to me because someone's going like they're like,
you have to be.
and the sad part is like he opens the shower curtain, Funky, because he's just like singing to himself showering. And he goes, "Hey man, you want to go watch some flicks with me?" And like he's being so cool, and then you just gun him down.
He's being so nice. He's just like bitter and angry. I'm like, my fucking YouTube channel.
Because like most people would be like, whoa, hey man, this is a weird invasion of privacy. I'm taking a shower.
No, he's super cool.
He's just like, yo man, hey, let me finish washing my banana.
Yeah.
And then you gun him down.
That one took more effort. It took me like ages to find an actual like a screen what's it called? The fucking shower curtain? Yeah, the curtain. Took me ages to find like an actual curtain to use in that thing. But yeah, that one didn't do nearly. It's doing like decently better now. Nowhere is near as good as the other one, but I just kind of made it for myself.
Well,
if that's not obvious,
right. The catharsis of killing Funky Kong and releasing it. That's so funny. Because I was watching, I was like, I wonder if he did this kind of for himself to like.
Yep. Oh, 100%. Yeah,
that's so funny.
I'm not even gonna act like it was. It was just purely like, A, it's funny, and B, it's like I get to cope, you know. So it works in both ways.
Right. I watched another video last night, and I kind of have a bone to pick with you, dude.
Oh
no,
he's pissed off.
He's
pissed off.
I have a feeling it might be. I know which one. Which one?
Which one do you think it is?
I feel like it might be the top 10 opening one I made because a lot of people.
No, I actually agree with you 100% on that one.
Really? I thought that was gonna. Okay.
DDD is the best opening of any Kingdom Hearts game.
Yep, agreed.
That opening's so good, and I had never realized that they took a scene from the DDD opening cutscene that they made just for that cutscene and put it into Kingdom Hearts 3 until I watched your video, and I was like, like everybody's standing there with the Keyblades and they shoot Xehanort.
That shit's crazy to me.
That's
like, it
in
still
the
gives
DDD
me
opening.
Goosebumps.
Oh wow,
it's nuts. Like, it's just so crazy because like I love that intro so much. Even before I made like the video on it, I'd like watch it just when I'm like, hey, I want to feel something, so I'll like look it up and just watch it. So when it happened in Remind and they all started to strike their pose and like Sora did the spin and then he shoots it up into Xehanort and stuff, I was freaking out. I was like, you got it. I think I audibly was like, you're fucking kidding. Like, there's no, you recreated that. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah, I never realized that, but then I saw it and I was like, oh my God, he's right.
Wait, I'm having a freaking flashback, like, and I just like went back. Is it like KH2 Sora in the DDD cutscene?
Yep. It's KH2 Sora.
And he does like the spin and shoots his Keyblade up, and Aqua's there, and everybody's there, and they're shooting their Keyblades up in the air.
I remember it now.
Yeah,
it's when Mickey summons all of them using like from the tomes and stuff. It's such a good, so good.
I will tell you, when I was watching it, I was mad at you because I was like, "What's better than Kingdom Hearts 2, dude?" And then I'd forgotten about DDD.
No, everyone sleeps on DDD. No pun intended.
The opening's super good for it.
Yeah,
but that's not the bone I have to pick with you.
Okay.
I watched your video, the best way to play Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite ones.
Which great video, really enjoyed it. Released in August of this year. You guys should go check it out. It's a really good video. You make some good points about DDD, and you also bring up a concept about how to play DDD.
Mm-hmm.
That one person.
You guys should try it actually.
One person controls Sora. And one person controls Riku, and when you drop, you switch. And you said you searched the internet and you couldn't find.
Oh, did you guys already do it?
In May during our charity live stream.
No way.
We did it that way.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
We did it the entire game.
You're joking.
No,
for charity.
We did the entire game for charity like that.
We lost our mind just sitting down and playing it for hours and hours.
Who was Riku?
I was.
Yeah, he was definitely
okay.
Riku,
I feel free. We had the harder bosses.
Dude, no, you don't understand, dude. We did it for charity, right? So like, we have this wheel, and it's a wheel of freaking CBT where we're just freaking bashing our skulls into the wall. One of them was you have to instantly drop and you can't save.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's that, basically, you have to go back in the save.
Basically,
so I did the Traverse Town boss 3 fucking times.
The monkey one?
Not because
the
I
Jack
died.
in the Box one?
Yes, not because I died, but because I had to beat it 3 times.
Wow. Okay,
I got griefed by that fucking wheel so many times.
We did a wheel where basically if we met every so much money that got donated, we'd spin the wheel. And the wheel had things on it like you have to play blindfolded for 2 minutes.
You guys are putting me to shame here a little bit. Yeah, I thought I was...
Yeah, but
that was original.
My point
is the actual best way.
I know you're making tons of money off that video, Tatsoo, and my lawyers are going to be in touch.
Oh man,
give me.
Here I sit on a golden throne. Yeah, I'm stacked because of that video, man. It's my magnum opus. There it is again. See.
And it's a lie. You sit on a throne of lies.
I'm reaping the benefits of your work.
In all seriousness, you make a really good point about that game, and why wasn't that game set up that way and co-op?
I'm not like, well, I guess we're not crazy, right? Like it feels like it's like meant to be that way.
Yeah, definitely.
It just makes so much sense. I was genuinely expecting like I bring this up in the video, but I was expecting like, okay, there's a drop mechanic. There's going to be a boss where you drop back and forth during the boss. And I was really looking forward to that, especially because the idea of me and Odessa, the person I played through the game with, fucking like frantically tossing the controller back and forth to each other's laps sounded like it was so funny to me. But it never happened. It just doesn't make sense,
right?
Like why they put it in.
Yeah, it's a very strange game for a lot of different reasons. But if it wasn't for the fact that we played it for 20 hours straight, we probably would have had a lot
literally
more enjoyable time with it.
Not over.
At least you split it up. See, if you did that alone though, you would have had to do each world twice. You would have had to fight boss. You would have had to refight each boss like 6 times.
That's true. That's true. And then the wheel would have been thrown in, and out. Yeah, that was a really fun stream though. That was really cool. Great. But
man, I gotta credit you guys.
I just thought no, you don't have to credit us.
Please make an apology video right now after this.
Make a classic.
After not uploading for like a month, just like I'm sorry.
A classic YouTube apology video where you just have the camera on and you just
there's no cut. Yeah,
like you just sigh.
And at the end,
I didn't think I'd ever have to do this.
At the end, you leave in the part where you turn off the camera. Like
just vape in the middle of it, just uncut vape.
Yes, you got to throw the vape in
cloud.
There. Yeah,
and like you're super stressed.
It just turns into the front page of Twitch.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're just
they're gonna be like, those guys. I think that's the secret sauce that we're missing. To get to the front, we just got to start puffing some fat clouds back, and we'll get the front page of Twitch in no time.
I really think that's it. I really think we need to start vaping, just filling our room with absolute vape clouds,
straight clouds
instead of fart clouds, vape clouds.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Speaking of that, when's the fart
transition?
Fart reveal. Fart reveal. Poggers.
Oh my God. Every time that joke comes out, I'm so stressed. I get sweaty.
Every time I've subbed, whenever I redo my sub, I'm like,
"Yep,
fart reveal, pog."
Man, I was in Bio Rocks is very good content. You've probably heard of him. But
let's be real.
Yeah, let's be real. You know about him if you know about us. But he was doing he's playing like Final Fantasy like online, right? And we were in a call with a bunch of people, and like a bunch of people were like playing the game with him. And I like popped in because he was adding me to like just come hang out while he was streaming, right?
Right.
And people in VC, or maybe it was in chat. I think people in chat and in VC were making fart reveal jokes. And I was panicking. I was freaking out. I was like, "It's not my stream. Don't." I was like, "It's not my stream. Don't do that."
I think it was us.
Was it you? I think it was you guys. Yeah,
I was in the chat and I said fart reveal, and you said, "Dude, this isn't my stream. Stop."
Yeah,
I was like, "Please." I was like, "Please don't."
I was there too.
Well, I don't want.
You were so triggered.
Because I'm freaking out. My stream is like fart, whatever. But like, you go on to someone else's stream. I don't want to go on Bio's stream and be known as fart guy, and then he just like, well, I can't have you on the stream anymore because
Bio's so wholesome, and he makes such PG content. The fart reveal probably would have not gone over well.
Okay, it's a fart. How is that not PG, dude?
Farts.
It's okay. It's PG, but it's like
farts are PG-13, dude.
Do you think he wants to associate his brand with farts? I don't think so.
I mean, maybe.
I don't think Bio.
I mean, maybe, dude.
Well, now that you've had me on the podcast, it's tainted now. So
yeah,
I mean, like
associated with it.
Look at Wario, dude. He's fucking thriving.
He's kind of popping off.
Yeah, that's true. Wario. Jesus. Anyway, shifting gears from the fart reveal because I know you don't want to talk about
that.
God. How did you originally get into Kingdom Hearts?
God. I mean, I can remember like the exact moment I like saw it. The first one I played was 2. I know my fucking God. Oh, God. Yeah, I just fucking took a fat shit the second I saw it.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Jason just turned us into like those shock jock radio DJs. You're like saying things and then he's like playing the fart soundbite. Oh man, that's a stinky one.
Did you fart? Just like I'm like woo, like plays foghorns and shit.
The fucking foghorn plays.
And I just want to talk about video games, man.
You just looked up at the display. You were like somehow like 1.5 feet tall, right? And you look up at the display. It's like 10 feet above you. And you're like, oh my God. And your eyes are massive. They're getting bigger. And you're like, can I have it? And you fucking fart, dude. You ruined the moment. Your own moment.
Yeah, well, man. I'm glad Jason knows
this
your
was
story,
recently, right?
dude.
That was yesterday.
Yeah,
actually.
that was actually, yeah.
Here's an extremely dated sentence. I was in Blockbuster Video when I first saw it.
Ooh.
Because my dad was a cheap bastard, so we'd like rent a game because he's like, you got enough games, and it's like I had like 2. And so we'd go like rent stuff, and I was just like, I just go off based on what's the box because I didn't like watch TV for like trailers and stuff, and I just saw one with Michael Mouse on it, right? And I was just like, oh man, this looks cool. And up until that point, I'd only played like movie licensed games, like The Incredibles or whatever.
Jeez.
When I played through Kingdom Hearts, because the cutscenes in that game, like they still hold up. Kingdom Hearts 2, right?
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, this is the game that goes with the Kingdom Hearts movie. I get it. I thought they were taking scenes from a movie. So when I beat the game, I was like looking up like Kingdom Hearts 2 full film, and it was linking to like cutscenes in the game. And I'm like, oh, this isn't right. Like I was so confused.
Where's the movie at, dude?
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. But yeah, that's how I found it. It was, and I didn't even like, I forgot, man, I was like young. And then I didn't even know it was the second game. So like, I thought Roxas was the main character, right?
Oh.
So I went through the entirety of the beginning of the game. Like, oh man, Roxas is cool. Wow. Oh, he's so cool. And then he dies. And I was just like, for the rest of the game, I was so confused.
When's Roxas going to come back?
Because they're talking about all this stuff that happened in the first game. And I'm just like, but I was just like, man, this is fun though.
Yeah. That's funny because that's like literally the opposite of how most people experienced it. Where,
yeah, I was gonna make a video about that actually. I feel like that's a unique perspective.
Yeah, definitely, you should. When 2 came out, because I'm old, and so I played Kingdom Hearts 1, and then I went to Best Buy on release day and bought Kingdom Hearts 2, and they had this big display for it.
That's crazy. I kind of wish I could have done that. I was late to it.
I can see it like still as clear as day in my head, like what the display looked like because I had Sora on one side and Roxas on the other,
so
and it was really cool. Anyway,
you were like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah, as a Kingdom Hearts 1 fan, you play the game at first and you go, "Who's this fucking kid and why do I care?"
Yeah.
Right? And I think a lot of people had that reaction, and then later on, the reception to Roxas warmed up after people understood what was happening.
They played Days and stuff.
Right. But at first, like, people hated Roxas because they were like, I just want to be Sora.
Yeah. I remember like even looking stuff up and people were so mean to Roxas at the time because Days wasn't even a thing then.
Right.
It was just the first 3 games. And I was like, man, why do people hate Roxas? Was my favorite character at the time. I think it's probably Sora by now just because he's such a wholesome boy.
He is.
That or Riku. Or Donald. There's too many. But man, I don't know. It's just so weird of an like how many games that like do even it's part of a series, right? But I can't think of very many games that would like introduce you to a character and then they just okay, they're gone.
Right.
Like my mind was blown. I was like, wait, I'm just not playing as them anymore.
The only game that comes to my mind that did that, and it was after Kingdom Hearts 2 did, was Assassin's Creed 3. But that game sucks.
Yes. It was okay.
That game's terrible.
I mean, I hated. Is it bad that I hated because you start? I know this is a Kingdom Hearts podcast, but you start as like Edward Kenway's dad. Is it Edward Kenway? No, that's
Edward's the guy you start as.
Whatever his name is. You start as the main character.
Edward's the Black Flag guy. You're right. That's his grandpa.
Yeah, you start as like the main character's dad, and you find out the main character's dad is one of the bad guys.
Yeah,
and that's what you transition. I liked playing as him more.
Yeah,
I thought like
Connor
I hated
sucks, dude.
Connor, what's his name? Connor. Yeah. Connor's he's so whiny.
He's such a wet blanket, dude. He's the worst.
Yeah, he's so like the dad character was like, man, I'd rather play as that guy. He's got something going on at least.
And I've talked about this a million times before, but I like loved Assassin's Creed in the 2 era. Like it was probably, I would have told you back then.
Oh yeah, dude.
It was my favorite game franchise. I was ready to get the tattoo on the finger they get cut off. I was all in. And 3
man. And then
ruined it, man.
Slaughtered it.
Now I don't even play the games. Like 3 was so bad to me. I just hated it.
I think it's just for me. It's just the amount that they have milked that series. Like it got a good amount of commercial success, so they're like, okay, costumes, movie deals, TV shows. We're gonna do comic book. Like they did everything, and like, oh, by the way, there's gonna be an Assassin's Creed game every month.
Right.
And it's like now there's like 500 of these games, and like they're all so mishmash, like uninspired. Like some of them are good, but it's like none of them are like stick out.
Right. They're
Black
all kind of the
Flag,
same
maybe?
thing.
Black Flag kind of invented that ship combat.
It stuck out because it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game. You know what I mean?
It was a pirate game.
It was a pirate game. And
I tried playing it, and like for the first hour, you're not a pirate, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this ain't what I'm here for.
Yeah, one of my best friends at the time, he loved Assassin's Creed 3, and I remember being like, dude, how, like, because I didn't get into like 3 because I just completely skipped over it, but then I played Black Flag, and I had a similar thing, but I had seen what the gameplay was like from my friend, so I was like, okay, I just got to push past this, and then it'll get better.
Yeah,
and then
it's just that I just wanted to be a pirate, and it's got sea shanties and stuff.
Well, and
I was
then,
like, oh, that's dope.
And then my friend was like, yo, dude, you gotta play 3 because that's his grandson. And then you play the beginning as his dad, and I was like, dude, fuck this guy. How is his dad so cool, and I barely played as him, and then his grandpa's an absolute badass, and he fucking sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't like that, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of 3. I think 3 kind
But
of
he does like
the series.
a fucking swinging backflip and kills the deer.
You know what? Okay, no. He's cool when he's not talking. He does some cool shit.
Right.
But that's like anyone with a hood, really, like Mickey Mouse included.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse included. But the problem is when he talks, and it's a lot.
It's too much.
It's too much. But anyway, that was. Thank you for watching the Assassin's Creed podcast.
Also, the movie was terrible.
I haven't seen it.
I never watched it.
It was terrible.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, there was some stuff that was really cool. Like there was a lot of fan service, but like overall was bad.
Fair enough.
But the main character is the dude who plays Magneto in the new series.
Yeah, I'm glad you started talking about that because I was trying to think of what their catchphrase was to like sign off our Assassin's Creed podcast, and I'm gonna end it with "Nothing is true, everything is permitted." I couldn't remember what that was, and I was like, yes, I just pulled it out of my brain cavern. You know, you had the Funky Kong videos to bring those up again. And you made I saw you made like a couple other videos, like some Overwatch stuff and some stuff like surrounding that. What got you into making videos on YouTube and streaming on Twitch? Like when did that start? And why?
Why? Stop doing it. Why? Never do it again.
You stole our DDD thing, dude. Really?
This is just like a takedown piece.
I think I don't know. I don't know. I've always grown up like you've grown up watching different YouTubers and stuff. Like I used to watch like all these different Let's Players and stuff.
Right.
And I've always it's just kind of always been something that I've like really wanted to do. And I think I kept trying to force myself to do what everyone else wanted me to do. And I kind of realized like if I could do anything in like any kind of job, right? But I think as long as I am doing like YouTube and stuff, like I can at least be like content with what I'm doing in my life. Not to get real, but like it's super. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's like I've never felt so fulfilled doing something.
No,
like
I understand.
Creating something. Because I've always put crazy amount, because I used to make. You ever watch the Germa Rumbles? You know Germa?
No,
not familiar.
No. Well, he'd do this thing where he'd take the WWE game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could do a Royal Rumble in it, where it's just all these people in a ring and still like the last one standing.
Right.
And he'd do it based around his channel's like lore. So he has like all these different ones, and he even made like a live action one, and I think they're hilarious.
That sounds cool.
And he's like huge on Twitch now. I used to make those like just for my circle of friends with like all of our inside jokes, and it took me like a long time to edit. Like I'd make custom character, like 40 custom characters, and like they'd all have their custom intros, and it's like you have to like edit those. Like I'd have to edit those in Premiere because some of them like just you'd have to just do it. So that's where like I got good at editing, just by making like funny shit. And it's just one of those things where it's like I'd put all this effort in, and I'd be like, man, this is only for like 5 people, 5 or 10 people, and it's just like I kind of wanted something more. And even it's like the small slice that I'm sure you guys feel the same, like the small slice that we have right now. It's like I could hardly even ask for anything more than this, because I don't know how to describe it. It's just so fulfilling.
It's really cool to spend time on something even if it's a very little amount of time, sometimes like with, you know, Twitch streaming, we work on things behind the scenes, but a lot of times it's just turn on the console and play, right?
Yeah, but even that, it's like
even that,
every time you stream something new, you never know.
Exactly. But it's very fulfilling to have people to interact with and to, you know, talk about what you're feeling. Because like we've said this a million times, and I'll probably say it a million more, but like this podcast that we do, Jason and I would be sitting around talking about Kingdom Hearts anyway. And so
right.
But it's nice to, now that we're in a point where we have like an audience and a community, to have those people to bounce ideas off of and talk to and get different ideas from. And it's very rewarding. And that's super funny that you do the Rumble thing. I didn't do that specifically, but I remember being like, man, it would be really cool if I could like make all my friends in this WWE game and then, you know, like make a video so they could see. Like I had that same stuff, thought, right? Dude.
Like it's the same. It's the like you like I that's what I mean. Like you totally get it. And I think being in a space where it's like there's all these other content creators I'm around, I've never felt so like justified in what I want to do, because I don't need to explain it. I just like people are just supportive and they get it, and they don't go, okay, but what's your backup plan? Which is like, okay, well, thanks for the vote of confidence. Like I know it's not an exactly stable career, but
dude, that would destroy me. I'm like, yo, we're gonna speedrun KH3, and they're like, yo, dude, but like, what's your backup plan when you fuck this up? I'll be like, that fucking destroy me, dude.
Yeah. But people are like that, man.
I think it's
Oh shit.
It's like Jesus. Like we have a crisis on stream, but I feel like I have like the same as you guys. Like I don't know, I'm pretty high energy and stuff, and like you could ask anyone I've played games with before. Like that's just kind of how I am. And I've always been like loud.
You can tell when someone's doing it just for Twitch or for YouTube or whatever.
For the views, for the clicks.
When they're actually that person.
Right. Or even like, because I'm doing all this stuff on like critical mode on Twitch right now, right? I would have done that anyways. Like I've been doing that stuff anyways, just because I'm like,
I'd scream on
that
my
would
TV.
be that'd be an interesting experience. And there's been so many times where I'm like, man, I wish I was like recording this as an entire series of some kind, because there's so much like you need the full context of it. So
well, that's kind of something that I've been talking about recently with other people, is that like I love video games. I've played video games my whole life, but as you get older, the pressure to not play video games because there's other things going on and you should be more responsible and this and that.
Yeah.
It's tough. And I definitely would not game nearly as much if not for playing on Twitch and playing on YouTube and stuff like that. And so I'm kind of like, not only is it like a creative outlet for me, but I'm kind of thankful for that I can like, you know, tell my parents or my girlfriend or whatever, like, hey, oh no, I'm streaming, instead of just going, no,
I'm gonna sit down and play video.
I don't mean to laugh at you.
No, it's true though.
Using that as an excuse is funny.
It's true, because it's like you know, my girlfriend be like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and try to put 20 hours into Spider-Man Miles Morales, right?
People are gonna be like, well, fuck.
They're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But if I go, hey, I'm streaming today in front of all my fans, the stream, they're like, oh, okay, cool, I get it.
Wow.
Oh man,
how
even
many
at
subs
work,
do you have?
when I had like before Bio found me and stuff, and I gained a decent following, I had like 10 followers, which is still nothing to sneeze at. 10 people is still tell people.
Yeah, dude. That's like days and weeks and weeks and months of work. Dude.
Yeah. Oh, that's like, yeah.
Of just
like getting my first 15, I think took like, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or something.
Yeah, it can take a lot of time, dude.
It can take longer depending. But I remember I was just talking to a coworker at work about it, because I don't want anyone I know in real life to know I do this
for sure.
But then one of my other coworkers never really taken much interest. They're nice, but like they heard that I stream and they immediately come over like, oh, you stream? What do you stream? You're streaming? Well, it's like, that's not me sucking myself. Can I say that? Sucking myself off?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, dude.
Okay, that's not me like sucking myself off or anything, but like about being a streamer. But it's like that. It definitely has a lot more like social acceptance around it, especially considering like playing a video game. My dad's always been a hard ass about it. If he watches that, he's watched my other videos and stuff. So if he watches this, but he's always been like a hard ass with me about playing games and stuff. I've always been like annoyed. I've been like, how is this like any different if someone like is reading Harry Potter for 12 hours straight? It's like, it's not. It's just because it's like this newer platform and stuff. And I don't know. I think as I've grown up, especially, it's like all my friends grew away from video games and they're kind of just doing more like let's go hang out. And it's like I like hanging out and stuff, and I can have fun doing that. But it's just such a huge part of me that I don't think I could ever like, well, time to hang up my gaming cap and go get a job in the real world.
For
like
sure.
I don't think I could ever do that.
Yeah, I feel the same way. But except I hate hanging out too. So
yeah,
when people ask me to hang out, I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
I do sometimes. It depends. It depends on the setting. If people are like, what do you guys want to do? And they're like, let's go eat. And that's it. And then no one can decide what they want to eat because no one can have an opinion. They're just like, I'm good with whatever. And it's like, oh, guys,
whatever you guys want to do.
Oh,
and it's like,
oh, you're gonna about to pop a vein on
I could be editing a YouTube video right now. You fox, pick something.
Yeah, I was
that's
like,
what's in my
man.
head all the time. I'm just
I hate it.
No, I don't want to hang out.
no, thank you. Well, I was always the person who would. This has like been like 1% about Kingdom Hearts. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, this is how we like it.
Yeah.
Where it's like just natural. Yeah.
But
now
I've
it feels
always been the
unnatural
person...
that you said that.
Yeah, you ruined it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, fucker. I've always been the person in like my friend group who like I set stuff up and I'd like organize shit. So if people are like, what do you want to do? Like I'd always have like, okay, we'll do this thing at my house and we'll make an event out of it, or we'll like do this one night. And I just got so sick of it. I'm like, man, people have an opinion, please? Like I think I told, like, this isn't even like throwing shade or something. Like I've told them, like, just one night I was like, can please God have an opinion? Just, I don't care. Just something. I don't know. I have just as much fun just like screaming at a video game for like 6 hours.
Right. Me too, man. I think the three of us are all cut from the same cloth.
I think I surprised Water because I've been
Water
playing.
Cage.
Yeah.
Water Cage. Shout out to Water Cage, big boy.
Love that, man.
We were playing Call of Duty, like we're playing zombies, like right when it came out.
Off stream, yeah.
We're just hanging out, and I'm like doing shit that I would do on stream, but like he did, like that's just like who I am type shit, right? Like,
right.
It was the first time I bought Stamina Up or whatever. Right, which gives you like a longer sprint and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm fast as fuck, and I'm just like, I'm just fucking around, and he's just dying laughing, and I think that like he was kind of just like, is this how he really fucking is?
He's like, oh, he's actually like this.
Yeah. I thought this was an act, dude. I can't believe this guy's this crazy.
Yeah. So it was just really funny.
Yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
You mentioned earlier about BioRoxas and that he quote unquote discovered you. What's the story behind that? Because I've always gotten that vibe that, you know, you have, you know, he shouted you out or something, but I don't know the whole story.
Right. I still have the Twitch DMs actually. From when I was messaging.
He has the receipts.
But I was like, I got the receipts.
It's his background.
It kind of is just because like he's been so supportive of me.
He's such a nice dude, man.
He's so nice. Like, cause I have like I don't have very many subs. Like I'm still growing. I still think I'm not like stalling. I don't know. It's not plateauing. Like I'm still definitely like growing and it's going well. But just he's been like someone of his size, like helping someone of my size is just like I can't. He's so great. But yeah, because I was like when I started to get back into YouTube stuff because I made like those other videos and the Funky Kong stuff, and then I was like, okay, about like 4 months ago, I was like, okay, I really want to give this a fair shot. Like I want if I'm gonna do this, I like there's no plan B for me. Like I can make something, like if everything goes to shit, I can make something up. But like I'm like, if this is gonna be your plan A, why you got to go like all in, right?
Sometimes having a plan B is a hindrance. Right.
And I think that's the biggest, like I was always trying to be like, well, it was always an excuse for me. I'm like, well, I can't do this because what if it'll interfere with this and et cetera. And it's like, no, even if it like, I need to do that. Like this is something that I need to do. So I was like, okay, well I think the smartest thing to do is like, the best way to grow a community is like to pick a niche, to pick something like, don't like, is if you're just trying to do variety, like if I'm just doing like a different video, like a different game, like every other week, right? Video stream, whatever. It's a lot harder to grow that way because
at least to start out for sure.
It's to start out, yeah, because it's like you're selling yourself to people when they don't know who you are. But if you can kind of like not necessarily trick them, but if you're like, hey, look, there's this game you really like, and I'm involved with it, and then you, as the time goes on, you're like, I like this person, I want to see what else they do.
Right.
So I love Kingdom Hearts. I'm never gonna be like I'm strictly making Kingdom Hearts content. Like I want to put whatever I think is fun up there. So yeah, I messaged him bio on Twitch because I was having a real tough time figuring out a schedule and like, oh man, how am I going to edit this all and like get it out in a reasonable time? Because YouTube's a bastard. If you don't upload like once a week, the algorithm's like, you're gone. Yep. Like you're out of it.
Later, beach.
But I remember following Bio when he was relatively smaller. I remember I've been following him since. I've never like interacted with him at all. But I'm like, man, he's putting out content like pretty frequently.
He's insane,
he's getting stuff out.
He's a machine.
And he's right. And I tried to see if I could message him on like Twitter, but he doesn't have his DMs open. So I saw that he was streaming and he's doing interviews with some recent mod creators. So I thought I was like, well, I may as well just try shooting him a message. And I sent him a big long message about like, hey, look, hey, this ain't for clout. I'm not trying to get you. I'm not plugging my channel. I didn't link anything. I was just saying, hey, do you have any kind of advice? Like, I love your content. I'm just curious, you know?
Yeah.
Right. And he responded being as wholesome as he usually does. And he talked about his workflow and everything. And he like asked to see my channel and I was freaking out. Like I was streaming. So it's like recorded. Like I have this stream where like he rated me and stuff and I was going nuts. Cause I had like 15 followers and then he checked out my channel and he's like, this is really good. I told him do not click the Funky Kong video.
That's banned.
I sent him, he watched the DDD video, which I still think is one of my better ones.
Dude, that video is really good.
He was like, it's really good. And I was like, I was like, man, I'm fucking pissing my pants like on stream right now. Like you're making me piss my pants. And I remember he popped into the chat and just in all caps was like, yo, he's live. And I started because I could like, he was so scary. Because he's like content, because it's like this is voice I've heard through a computer for a year and some, right? And now he's just here. And it's like, that's so, what's so scary to me.
He got like summoned.
Yeah, he just appeared. And then he hosted or he rated, not even rated me. He just, in his Discord, he like added everyone. He's like, go check this guy out.
Wow.
And that's when like Leon joined, Maddie joined, Maui, like all these people that like I now met. And like, it's I'm so grateful. And I feel like I'm so lucky because of what he did, because I feel like, not that I cheated, but in a way, it's like it was really weird. Like overnight, it felt like I had a community I can interact with. I had all these people who were genuinely interested in my stuff. It wasn't like a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. Like I was worried about that. I'm like, they're gonna come in, hang out,
just gonna leave,
and then they're out of there. They're just there to make me. They're just there to feel good about themselves, you know.
This poor kid is.
This fucking poor kid.
Please watch this poor kid.
Yeah. So I was so afraid.
He said, "Oh shit."
So I was like nervous. I'm like, oh god, I gotta be. I'm like.
So I've always been of the mind that like you can make the best content in the world, but if you don't have an opportunity to show it, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's really cool that he gave you that opportunity, because I think if your content was shit, dude, no one would have stuck around, right?
Yeah, true, 100%.
That's why, like, to me, like, I always hear people go, "Oh, bigger content creators should help smaller content creators," and the answer is yes to that. But they shouldn't do it unless they actually like the content.
No, I agree. If I think what did it for me, like I'm looking at the message right now. He said like, "Oh my god, dude, this DDD video is really, really good." Like he didn't just say like, "Wow, you're good." Like I even remember, I think it's even on stream again. Like I was like, okay, I think he's not being facetious with me, because he wasn't like, "Haha, man, your content's great." Like actually was like, "Oh, dude, this is like actually like something," you know. And like even now, like anything that does well, it's because like he'll retweet it. He'll put it into the KH slipstream.
Yeah.
With that KH clout he got. I ain't afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him. I could beat him up. I'm not even afraid of him anymore.
Wait, I heard he's shredded though, dude. Are you sure you can beat him up?
Is he shredded?
That's the rumor.
That's what Tyler's saying.
My reputable sources have said.
I don't know, man.
Water said he's yoked.
He swole. With
Water said he's shredded.
Water said he's yoked.
He said
no
swole,
way.
like OL.
Yeah.
SWOL.
I still feel like I could win.
Okay.
I don't know. He's too nice. I feel he's too wholesome, you know. Unless like if I was beating him up, you'd be like, oh, it's all right. Like you wouldn't like.
I think he's gained an edge ever since someone spoiled him on something Melody memory on Twitter.
Oh, that's true.
He's kind of been a little unhinged since then, dude.
He's a little.
He's not afraid.
He's ready to let loose. He's gonna start swinging the second he sees me.
I'm not gonna name any names because I don't want to embarrass her. But I had someone in our chat the other day go, "Hey, is Bioroxis okay?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And then they were like, "Well, that Among Us video he made was pretty weird." And I was like, "I think he's okay."
You're kidding. No, I think that's extra funny because like a lot of his content recently, like he's been making a lot of like memes and stuff, which I think is great. I think they're all fucking
right.
hilarious.
They're really funny.
But like, I remember some of the comments are like, "Are you good? Like,
Yeah.
is this a meme channel now?"
cry
Like,
for
they're
help?
so confused.
Bio, is everything all right? Which he's made memes the whole time, so I don't know why people are like the people that are saying, "Hey, why are you just making memes?" Like he's made the welcome to memes since the beginning.
Oh, no,
Actually,
exactly.
That's
And
what
it's
kicked
like-
off his channel as one of those welcome memes blew up, and you know,
Mhm.
then they found the form change stuff, which again was really good stuff. He created his own opportunity with that, you know. And sometimes you can do that.
I remember watching it, and being like, I was mad like a little bit because I was like, man, this is such like it's so hard to find a unique idea on YouTube, and I'm like, man, this is something that I have not seen.
Yeah, he's
this
really good at
community or in
making
any other
ideas that make you go, shit, man. I could have thought of that, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's one of those things where it's like, I give me another year, I would have thought of it. I would have done it.
But he's on a different timeline, man. Shout out to Bioroxis. He's insane, dude. He makes some great content.
Big shout out. Yes.
No, that's really cool that he did that, man. Like, shout out to those creators that, I mean, because he didn't really shout us out, but he gave us the opportunity to be on that charity live stream they did. You know, we had already had a decent following and stuff, but it definitely linked us up with Water and Shibuya Gato and him and all these different creators that we didn't really have access to, so to speak.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's because of Mel.
You think it's because of Mel? That's why Bio reached out to us?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh. I don't know.
He has a lot of respect for Mel.
Well, who doesn't? Mel's
right.
amazing.
Yeah. But like, he has like a lot, like a large, like a very exorbitant amount of respect for Mel.
So because Mel was like, hey, these guys are cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
All right, well, shout outs to Mel. Mel, we love
dude.
you. I know you're listening. You're great.
We love Mel.
I know you said you'll never come on podcasts again, but please come back to our podcast.
We will get you.
Yeah, we're gonna get you back on regardless. But all right, Tatsu, it's time, dude. Are you ready to be on
the ultra rapid fire 30 questions?
13 questions, sponsored by Master Xehanort and the Real Organization, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do I get a cut? Do I get a cut of like the sponsorship deal at all?
No,
or is
absolutely
that all
not.
you?
Absolutely not.
You
Okay,
get
that's
nothing.
okay,
You
gotcha.
stole
That's
fizzy
all
lifting drinks. You get nothing.
Okay.
All
Gotcha.
right,
Okay.
Question number 1. What's your favorite Kingdom Hearts game?
2.
Okay, next one.
Do I need to do a full one, or is it do quick? It's quick, right?
You can do quick, or you can give it.
The answer right away has to be quick, but then you can go into it.
We act like it's a hot seat, but it's really not.
Okay. KH2, but I've recently found a big amount of respect for KH1 and also DDD. Despite me, I don't like that game, but it's because of all the content I made on it. I have like a Stockholm syndrome, in a weird way. Like in Melody of Memories, I use the Team 3D now. Just because I'm like, oh yeah.
Well,
yeah, no one uses that team. Just because I'm like, oh yeah.
We used it a lot too. We love Meow Wow.
Yeah, Meow Wow and Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah, we just got a plush of it actually, and it's like it was like $30, but it's like it's not even that big, but it's like totally worth it. It's so cute.
Dude, I want like a big ass like chair one. That would be dope.
Right?
I want the balloon that's in DDD. The big ass Meow Wow balloon.
Dude, yes. Like outside the Coliseum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, at least $5,000.
Yeah, I know. I'd have to get it custom made.
I'd buy it.
Yeah, we gotta put it as like a stream donation goal.
Yeah. Please donate $5,000 so we can buy this balloon. No, please don't give money to us ever. Question number 2. What is your favorite non-Kingdom Hearts game?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh god.
You can
go.
You can name a couple if it's bad.
It fluctuates. I think Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain is really good.
1 or 2?
2.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've not played much of. I just got because they released. I just got the vinyls of all the music from that game.
Oh, dude, the music is so good.
That's what like I have never like I listened to that music just like casually. I guess I don't know if that's the right word, but like I listen to it just like when I'm working on stuff or when I want big sad boy hours, right?
Well, there's also some like you're going hard as shit for no reason. Music.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the music, it's like I've never had a video game soundtrack, even Kingdom Hearts, like Risk of Rain. It's because it's made by one guy and it's so personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never had such like a raw emotional experience with like a video game soundtrack like ever in my entire life. Just because it's like
really good.
Like I've acted like some of those songs have just like I've actually cried to them just because they're so. Just I don't know. I've never been a big music guy, but I'm like, oh, I get it now. I get it. I feel something. This is
dude,
weird.
we should stream Risk of Rain 2 sometime, dude. That'd be fun.
Absolutely, I'd love to. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, dude. Especially when you get to like the really high rounds and like any one little hit could insta kill you, and you're just like screaming for like the entire stage.
Yeah, Jason.
And then you get 2 seconds of breath in between teleporting in and out, and then you're like, okay, time to go again.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so to answer your question, Risk of Rain 2, I guess just Smash Bros in general, because it's fun. Street Fighter 3rd Strike is very good. Ooh. I love fighting games, but not a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans do. Not a lot of people do.
Too floaty.
It's too floaty, bro. I get yeah, that kind of TF2 as well. Bring TF2 back. I wish they'd update it, make TF3, please.
# where's TF3?
Overwatch. I would have said Overwatch, but they kind of ruined that game. And I'm so terrible. Every answer so far has been like 3, but whatever.
No, dude, that's fine. When I say favorite non-Kingdom Hearts game, we know people are gonna say more than one. Like that's just
okay.
But this next one, you have to say one, and there's no argument about it. Favorite Kingdom Hearts character?
You kind of already said it.
I gotta say Sora.
Yeah.
Yep. I gotta say Sora. I'd be like if I had to Thanos snap every like all these characters away and only leave one, it'd have to be Sora.
Wow.
Which like I'm usually that kind of person where it's like in a franchise I'm like I'm gonna pick a separate character. I'm not gonna pick the main character. Like, that's lame, you know. But I think just Sora, because even growing up, he's always been such a moral compass for me.
Yeah.
In a weird way.
True.
Like yeah, just like growing up, because like he was one of the first like actual good role models I've had.
He's a sweet boy.
Yeah,
he's just nice to everyone. Like,
right.
I've gotta go with Sora.
And that's why it's so confusing to me sometimes when like the Kingdom Hearts people in the Kingdom Hearts community are so like mean or toxic. It's like that's not what this game series is about. Be nice.
I know. It's so man, just have fun, enjoy, like what you like,
and don't hate when other people like things you don't like.
That's why I'm sweating when I make the best way to play KH2. Oh, I'm gonna be sweating.
Yeah, dude, you are gonna be sweating. That's exciting though. All right, question number 4: best Kingdom Hearts waifu.
Aqua.
Yes,
I think I gotta go with Aqua. She's just the amount of shit she's got. I gotta the
culture,
pure respect.
Yeah,
she's gone through so much shit, and she's just
Yeah, and her hands are ginormous.
She got those yaoi hands.
Yeah,
ginormous hands.
They're huge,
just massive.
Favorite Disney movie?
Ooh, Aladdin. I think I'm gonna go with Aladdin.
Okay,
Ooh.
I like it.
I think I just watched that movie so much. Like I could do the whole movie. I won't.
So are you one of those people that when everybody's like, "Ugh, Agrabah again," you're like, "Yes, Agrabah again."
No, I'm like, oh god, Agrabah. No, I love it so much. The movie's great, but I cannot. The KH worlds are always shit.
Yeah, they're so empty.
Genie's one of the best summon in KH1 though. He's got shooters. I love him.
Genie is sauced, dude.
He's just a gun. The summon. Him and Mushu.
Mushu's really good, but Genie bothers me a little bit because it's clearly the voice actor Homer Simpson.
Yeah, it's just I love when you summon him. Even when I stream that game, every time he summons, he goes like, ah! Like he just screams. Yeah. It's like the worst noise ever. It's like that's so clearly not
that's
Robin
not
Williams.
What I want to hear. But at least Peter Pan doesn't come out of that noise, because that would be the worst summon then. Favorite Keyblade?
Ooh, Kingdom Key.
Kingdom Key.
Nice.
Easily Kingdom Key. Oh, I love that Keyblade so much. All these, so many other ones. There's too much going on. Kingdom Key, I just look at it and I'm just serotonin. I'm happy. I think it's because I didn't know when I first played through KH2. I didn't equip anything. I didn't change any. I didn't know you could because all the games up until then, I didn't know. I didn't know you could. Like I had no idea you could like because all these other games I've played, there was no like equipping items. It was just you're playing the Bugs Life video game and you're just running around. You're like, wow, I'm having a blast. So I beat the entire game the first time through with default everything. I didn't equip a potion, nothing.
Dude, that's a trophy. You're
yeah,
a beast.
that's like I'm hardcore. I was a hardcore like 2-year-old or whatever. But then like I remember I played through the game again and I was like, I wonder what because I keep getting all these Keyblades, right? I thought they were just collectibles. And I'm like, oh man, imagine if you could equip these. And like I clicked on the equipment option and like my mind exploded.
You were like, what is all this?
But yeah, I was freaking. I was like, this game is the best video game I've ever seen. It's like that's not that impressive. But like to me as a kid, I was freaking out.
Right. Yeah, dude. There's nothing on the same level of like dopamine when you're like playing through it for the first time and you get a new Keyblade and you're like,
yeah. Like it's so good.
Nothing matches.
Especially when you find one that's good, one that you, especially in KH3, there's so many like when you get a new Keyblade, you got to test it out. You got to
definitely immediately.
What's this got?
So there's
like so there's the first time I get a Keyblade, you got to be like, okay, should I dump my adamantite, my fluorite into this? And it's like, oh, probably not.
Yeah,
using the Blizzard claws, no thank you, or whatever. I don't know. Like,
what? Dude, don't do that to the Blizzard claws.
No, they're fine. I never
they get griefed enough as it is. No one uses them.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Kingdom Hearts song?
Sanctuary.
Oh, dude,
probably
Banger.
Sanctuary. I don't think
you are checking all the boxes for me right now.
I don't think I could do simple and clean. I feel like, or maybe the simple and clean orchestral version, because that I feel like. Like the one from DDD. Like I'd say Sanctuary or the orchestral version of Simple and Clean actually came out when KH1 came out.
Right. It was like just, the end credits thing.
Yeah. I think just because that one, if I was to be like, okay, can you put if you need a song with the same feeling as the entire franchise, I'd do that. Like I feel like that song could even like you could play that at Disneyland and no one would bat an eye.
Yeah,
like it fits so well.
I'm sure they have, honestly.
Yeah, that song is like
But Sanctuary, that opening riff always gets me.
Yeah.
Like when it starts off all calm.
Yeah.
Oh, then Sora jumps off the fucking tree and it's just like, oh, so good.
Yeah.
So good. So good. So this can be the same answer, but it probably won't be. What's your favorite song to play in Melody of Memory right now?
Right now?
Or in general?
13th Struggle or One Winged Angel.
Dude, 13th Struggle is so good.
13th Struggle is just bum, 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 bum. It's so good. That one, like...
That's probably my favorite too.
I just today did all the stars on the One Winged Angel one, which that one's fun. It's not crazy hard, but it's not like it's just very good.
Yes, definitely.
What I love about that song is like the first time you play it, you're like, there's no way I can ever beat this fucking song type shit. Like I can never full chain this song. But then it's like
it's very well designed.
Yeah,
like a lot of the songs are
good.
very well put together. Like it tricks you into doing it properly.
Yeah,
like the game design behind it is phenomenal.
It is.
It just makes sense, dude.
Yeah. Or like even just like a side note, but like in Melody of Memories, there's all these like I remember I forget who it was. Someone said, "Oh man, I wish there wasn't so many segments with like these green bits, like the flying bits. They're kind of dull." But those are like those are really important because in a lot of the songs, they're like you're still engaged and you're keeping track of what's like you're still pressing buttons, right? But it's like a heads up, here's what the next rhythm is going to be.
Right. It teaches you.
It'll teach you the rhythm to it before. So when 5 million Heartless show up on the next chorus or whatever, you're not freaking out. You're like, okay, so I need to press it in the same way that I just
It makes it possible to kind of sight read the songs if you've never played them before. Because otherwise it would be impossible. It would be like, you just see these jumble of Heartless and some are in the air and some aren't. And you're like, what is this? But when they play that rhythm before, that's actually a really good
it's
point.
So smart. And I didn't even notice till halfway through. I'm like, hang on. I started paying attention to it. I'm like, okay, so you got to like, every time there's a green note section, I'm like, okay, you got to pay attention. Like, it's not just like break time. It's Some of them are. Some of them are just like one note every 5 seconds, but that's usually there's something else going on.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you're on performer too, that's when like they just like hit you with it. Like
Yeah, I've not even touched that yet. I'm not. I'm a little crazy. I'm not that crazy.
Well,
not yet. We'll see.
If you want some advice, if you're going for the trophy and you're playing on beginner and standard to get all those songs, put on performer, because one, it makes it more bearable, and two, you get used to playing performer. It preps you for playing it on proud.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we did that because I feel much more equipped to tackle proud performer than I did before. We haven't really tried it, but
remember on the demo, I tried proud performer on one song. I'm like, oh, this won't be that bad. I just got like first 3 notes dead.
Yeah. The stick flicks are what get me in proud performer. I can't.
Yeah.
My brain can't comprehend it.
Having played the memory dives, it definitely preppres you to do it more though.
For
and
sure.
the boss fights.
Yeah. The boss fights are pretty interesting. I don't think I like the memory dives. Like, I don't think I'd ever be like, man, I could fucking kill for a memory dive right now. Like, I don't think I'd ever. The boss fights are, it's the same. They're the exact same as the memory dives. It's just more. It just feels.
Well, they're set up better. Like, it's easier to know when you're supposed to hit the notes. Like, our mod Tyler continues to talk about. There should have been like a line right in front of Sora's face when he's floating in the air, so you know.
Yeah, there's
when
no
to
line.
Hit it. There's no line.
What's up with? Why would they do that?
Like, is it when it hits his teeth? Is it when it hits his nose? Yeah. When does it actually go through? You know?
Like front spike on his head? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Especially because it wouldn't be that bad, but he sways left and right the entire song.
Right. Yeah.
So the point keeps moving. So it's like you're just like, why? That shit's like artificial difficulty. It's just annoying to me.
Right. Agreed. This is actually a good time to move to our next question, which is this week's question of the week. Give us a mini review of Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory.
Okay. Mini review. If you are a newcomer to the series, it gives a decent recap, but there's no way to recap it fully. Story-wise, there's not a lot to sink your teeth into. It's really just a fun arcade game with a bit of story tacked on at the end, which I don't think is a bad thing, because if you're just looking to get into it for the like raw gameplay, it's great. And I think as far as rhythm games go, it hits it out of the park with a lot of the different songs. It has a huge selection, like crazy amount of songs you can pick from. As a KH game, I think they managed to, like, it feels like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts in a weird way. Like just the pure raw feel of it. I can't move left or right, but just the way it feels like you're playing a Kingdom Hearts game.
Definitely.
So I think, is it something that like I'd super often want to be like, I gotta go play that one? Probably. It depends. I don't think I'd be like, if I'm playing that game, it's not because I want to play Kingdom Hearts. It's because I want to play a rhythm game. And if I oh man, oh there goes, it's gone, all lost. It's it's okay. I give it a review, dude. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Love it. Next question. We got like 4 more left.
Okay.
What world or franchise would you like to see in the next Kingdom Hearts game that hasn't been in a Kingdom Hearts game before?
I'm gonna say Ratatouille. I know they already did Remy. I know they already did Little Chef, but I love Ratatouille. Such a good movie. I think Ratatouille, or I know they already. This is breaking the question. I want them to go back to Beauty and the Beast so bad.
Really?
Because they did not. Yes, they did not do Gaston. They did not do him justice. I love Gaston.
Well, Tatsoo,
he's such a bitch.
Have you ever played
the Christmas
special? Have you ever played a little game called Union Cross?
Don't you dare say that to my face right now. How dare you? How dare get out of here?
That's fucked
no,
up.
I know they did it in Union Cross, but I just want a Gaston back. Like, why was he left out? I guess that they did it with like Zaldin kind of.
He looks like Zaldin, dude. That's why.
Yeah, I guess, but like, man, it's just a lot. I feel like Beauty and the Beast isn't. It's missing a little something.
Yeah,
I agree. Something.
I miss Gaston. Gaston's one of my favorite Disney characters. It's a shame.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be involved with like the villains either. Like he just is just some asshole.
Like it actually would have been cool if he was there with Zaldin, and like at first Gaston's kind of Gaston's kind of the enemy, but then Gaston, he's not like he's a bad person, but he's not evil. You get what I mean, though. So. Like he might turn on Zaldin and try to sock Zaldin in the face.
He's not like world domination, but he's right. Like she should probably be in jail.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
He's a bit of a creep.
He's a creep.
Yeah, a bit of a creep. Yeah.
But I think he'd do the right thing in that situation. He'd go, wow, this Zaldan guy's fucked up. I need to punch him. And Zaldan would murder him instantly. But
oh no, immediately. But I think, yeah, I guess Ratatouille. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head.
It's a good answer.
Jungle Book would be neat, I guess.
Yeah, a jungle area that they could actually keep for the next game. Looking at you, Tarzan.
Who?
Exactly. Who is the best Xehanort of all the people that have been Xehanort?
Ansem.
Yes.
Seeker of Darkness.
I'm
not just saying that because this is the name of the podcast. I'm not just. I feel like
you're kissing our butt a little bit.
No, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, but it's definitely
clouds.
out of any of the performance, like Xehanort. I love Xehanort, but there's something about him that's not intimidating to me because he's like like he's just making all these long noises. He's never been intimidating.
That's the weird hand thing.
Yeah. BBS like Xehanort. He's just, I don't know. He just looks too evil. He looks too on the nose. Young Xehanort. There's so many Xehanorts, man.
I know. Fuck. I didn't know you were gonna analyze all of them, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Sorry.
It's rapid fire.
Okay, dude.
It's rapid fire.
Ansem Seeker of Darkness.
Ansem Seeker of Darkness. Best Xehanort.
Yeah, he's scary.
All right, these last two questions are a little sappier. Number 12. What does being a member of the online Kingdom Hearts community mean to you?
As someone who wants to be a content creator, or just like in general?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. That's interesting because I'm honestly like I've only been a part of it. I feel like for maybe a handful, like 3 months, maybe.
Right.
Like I've never had the experience of talking with people about Kingdom Hearts games. Like every time I've done, they're like, oh, okay, it's that weeb shit. It's that hot topic ass. Like,
true, man. It's tough to talk about Kingdom Hearts outside of people
that's it, right.
It is.
But I think it's just being able to be like incredibly passionate about this thing that's like touched all these people's lives in different ways. Like in some regard that like a bunch of like bigger games, and this isn't me like throwing shade on any like Call of Duty or anything, because they obviously like their stories have like they're a separate entity, but I've never met someone who's been touched by a Call of Duty game in the same way that they have with like a Kingdom Hearts game or like something like that.
When Ghost died, it fucking broke my heart.
Yeah, okay, but that did that shape you as a person?
I've seen multiple memes where it's like girls, guys don't know real pain. Boys, and it's Ghost dying.
That's true. Yeah,
in front of you, always that and you kind can't of memes, do anything.
But I don't know. I feel like Kingdom Hearts is like I don't think I'd be the same person at all if I hadn't played Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, true.
And
Agreed.
I think being able to be in a community where that's something that doesn't have to be explained.
Yeah,
like you don't have to justify it. It's just everyone gets it, and it's just such a good, wholesome, welcoming feeling. Which I think that's what it's about. I think experiencing the hype with everyone in Kingdom Hearts. It's like that's what it's about. Everyone's arguing about how to play, what's the best. I mean, I have a video called Best Way to Play, but that's besides the point. But like, so all the people arguing about like how to play the game properly and stuff. It's like just have fun.
Well, and it's not only that you don't have to explain it, but they also relate.
Yeah, they don't. They just
people are here because Kingdom Hearts has moved their life in a significant way for the better, and that's just really cool to be part of a community that has that, man. Because I don't think that's common.
No. Destiny has changed my life.
Like my favorite thing is I was hanging out with Shibuya like on stream or wherever, right? And she like was talking about how she just like she has to say one sentence and people all know what she's talking about. And like that to me is like the truest thing about Kingdom Hearts. It's just the part in Remind where you're in the microwave hallway, microwave hallway or something. Do you know what that is?
Microwave hallway. Yeah, I got an idea.
Like, I got to read it exactly. Microwave hallway. Yeah, that's exact because I guess that's exactly what it's called. Like, what part is that? If I say microwave hallway to you,
that's Mickey walking towards the.
exactly, right? People just know. Like, it's so stupid. You say microwave hallway.
I've never heard that term, but I knew exactly what you meant. Yeah.
No, yeah, because that has been living in my head, my brain rent free since she said that for like months.
Microwave hallway. I like that.
Yeah, it's in yours now too. You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that from now on. Thank you, Shibuya.
Yoink.
Last question of the 13 hot seat questions. What are your goals as a content creator
for $1 million
for the next year? For $1 million.
Oh my god!
You have 3 lifelines.
If I get it wrong, do you get the money instead?
Yes. What are your goals for the next year? Yeah, we just keep the money. We don't get anything.
I think I just really want to improve and get. I want to have a better YouTube schedule because something about Twitch. When it popped off for me and it was doing really well, it's a really good feeling, but something about it, because it's not a permanent thing, and it's, yes, you can grow on there, but it's much more of like a let's hang out, and I like doing projects there, right? But I think just improving my schedule on YouTube and just putting more content out there, and really just trying to build a community where people just feel like they can have fun. I don't want to have like, I just want to make people laugh. I think that's, I don't know. I guess that's a corny answer, but it's, I think that's just really to be able to spend an hour editing something ridiculous and then showing it to people and people getting something out of that. That means the world to me, you know?
Yeah.
So I think to improve in those regards is all I could really ask for. I don't ever think like I'd love to grow like in terms of just like numbers, but my brain still can't wrap around like even just having 100 followers is right. More than I could ever like ask for or hope for.
What's great is when I've asked that question to the other 3 people that have been on this podcast, no one's ever, well, Bio's the exception, but Bio was so close to like a milestone.
Yeah. That's
like he was so close to 20K, and he was like, I just want to hit 20K by the end of the year. But his other goals and everybody else's other goals have never been like about numbers necessarily. It's all just about, hey, I want to improve this, or I want to do this better, or I want to make people laugh, or I want to, and that's really cool because like we feel the same way about that. It's not about like it's amazing that people are turning out and watching our stuff and hanging out with us on Twitch and all that, but like that's not the goal, right? The goal is to if those people are there, make sure they're entertained and our main goal is to just try to be as positive as possible and spread positivity through the Kingdom Hearts community, because sometimes it's not, and sometimes we fail at that.
And my goal is to destroy it from the inside.
Yeah, that's why we fail.
I'm the virus
against me.
You're the bugs.
I'm the virus.
No more bugs. And sometimes I'm a little petty. Like I'll see other content creators do like stupid shit. I'm like, okay, that's fucking dumb. But I try to like hold that part back.
I think that's a natural part of like growth, though.
It is.
And I don't know. I don't think it's selfish. You probably feel the same way. But the only like, I'm not like, yeah, give me more numbers. I want to grow. I want to be rich. Like it's just I want to grow numbers because I feel I just want more people to see this thing that I'm pouring my like heart and soul into, even if it's just me like. Haha, poop joke. Like it's still something. It's something, and it's something that if I know that there's a lot of people out there who are like, yeah, that thing, that's the thing right there, then I feel like it gives me more purpose.
Right.
So that's the only degree to which I'd be like, yeah, numbers.
Yeah, dude, us too. Like it's that the numbers are never about, holy shit, dude, we need to start making some money. Like that's something that happens down the road because of our hard work and what we do. Like, that's great. Yeah. But like, the reason we do what we do is not for that. It's
like
for
the number one reason that like I even like want to get to partner on Twitch is like I just want to have more emo slots to make funny memes. I just want to make funny memes for my Twitch chat to be able to spam. You know what I mean? Like I just want a ton of shit posts using our memes like fucking everywhere in the Twitch
that's
chat.
Fair.
That's all I want, dude.
I think I just oh man. I just want I'd be lying if I said doing it full time wasn't a goal, right?
Right.
but I feel like I'd want to do it purely because then it's like, okay, now I have way more time and more justification to put more effort into doing what I already like.
You don't have to worry about, working a regular job to make ends meet.
Yeah, no,
and
I think
focus solely on content creation.
Anyone who's in this to try to like, it's a hustle. It's so, I can't even wrap my brain around that. It's like, why really? Like, this is where, like, I don't know, man. You could go do anything else. It'd be way easier, and you'd actually.
And the people that like start with that idea, they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna be like Markiplier, or I'm gonna be like PewDiePie, or Tyler One, or anybody, right?" Those people stop after a couple months.
That's what I mean. It's like there's so many people.
They didn't get it.
I think that's where most of the like warnings about like, oh well, not everyone can be a Markiplier, right? Which like obviously not everyone's going to be as big as Markiplier, but you don't need. It's still a lot, but you do not need to be like Markiplier level to be able to do it for a living. Just with the way the internet works now, like you don't have to. And I think with certain people, you can kind of just tell that it's like an inevitability in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like with you guys, even it's like just because you guys are being you, it's just like, oh, okay, so that's gonna happen. Like it's not like because it's just because you guys are like gonna put in the work, and even if you didn't, you guys are funny. So like it's just I don't see how it wouldn't eventually work out into being that. Yeah, you have to get lucky, obviously, but I don't know. Odds are as good as anyone else's.
It's funny. I have a buddy who that I work with that kind of he doesn't get Kingdom Hearts, right? And so
I don't either.
He tried to jump in on 3 and like.
Yeah, he just.
That's
rough. You can't do that.
That's
rough.
You can't. He was like, "There's too many fucking cutscenes, whatever."
And the weird dialogue pauses got to him. Yeah.
I didn't even think they're that bad. People were ragging on that a lot. I thought I didn't even notice.
I didn't either, but I get how an outsider would feel that way. But he was talking to me about this because he knows, our Twitch channel has gotten more successful, and he gets Twitch, so he notices that. And he goes, "Yeah, man, it sucks that you guys are in such a niche because I don't think you're gonna get much bigger than this." And I was like, I don't think you understand, dude. There's this guy named HMK, and he has like like hundreds of thousands of followers or subscribers on YouTube. Like, and all he does he does Zelda stuff, but all he does is Kingdom Hearts. Like, this is a much bigger, wider community than you think.
People think it's like no one plays these games.
Right.
They're huge.
Yeah. And so I just think that's like going back to like the Markiplier thing, it's like, yeah, you don't have to have 12 million subs on YouTube to be successful. Like,
no,
you can have 10K and be successful. You can have 5K and be successful.
It's
you can be us
getting there
where we are right now and be successful.
It's like, the translation from YouTube to Twitch that I think gets a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Where like 100 subs on YouTube is not anywhere comparable to like 100 subs on Twitch.
Right.
Like it's completely different.
Like it's not even the subs thing. I feel like I have like 150 odd like followers on Twitch right now. I just in my head that feels like more than like the 250 subscribers I have on YouTube.
Yeah, we're just over 300 followers on Twitch, and we have just under 900 subs on YouTube, and our community on Twitch feels way bigger than our YouTube community. For sure.
Yeah, it's so weird, and YouTube feels like this echo chamber at some points. Which like, is anyone else here? Like, hello?
Yeah,
shouting into the void.
Yeah. And then where like you shout in the void on Twitch and eventually someone shouts back. YouTube, you shout and sometimes you don't hear anything and you're like,
no, you shout into the void in YouTube and they yell. You equip the wrong item when you're fighting data Zemnas.
Yeah.
And you go, thank you so much.
I actually had a YouTube comment the other day about what game was it? It's some game I haven't thought about for years and we played. And they were like, hey, if you do this and this, you'll get this, and if you do, and I was just like, dude, this video is like 4 years old. Are you kidding me?
Like,
I get that.
I'm
so
not
often.
even the same person anymore, dude.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Well, it's even like I've been trying to use all this footage I have for me playing KH1, right, on Level 1 Proud,
right?
Because I recorded all of it, and people will even comment. It's like me fighting Waka. at the beginning of the
Dude,
beginning
that
of the
shit
game.
is so funny.
And they're like, he is rather easy to dodge and avoid. You just do this, and then this. And then it's like I have to restrain myself from being like you're like I've already beat it. The game's it's over. Like I don't know. Like I'm not gonna go like, oh wow, oh my god, I have to go fight Waka again. Like
right. Oh shit, you're right.
People vibrate.
I can no hit Waka. Fuck. What's really been great for me about like meeting all like you guys and all these different content creators is having conversations like this where I like for some reason in my head I was like, I'm the only one in the world that experiences this. But now that I've known people,
I think everyone does.
It's like everyone does. That's why it's insane sometimes when I see some content creators that it feels like they don't get it. Like we had not to name any names, but Jason beat Yozora finally on Twitch, right?
Right.
And it was
43 tries.
43
tries, maybe. That's
regardless
right.
of like how like
standard,
that boss is no joke.
He's nuts on
any difficulty, unless you're beating him
with easy codes.
Every single easy code on, then he's like, then you're okay. You're just pressing a button.
And even then, you might lose still. But
yeah, no, because he's ridiculous.
He could just DM you.
Jason beat him, and everybody was like, "Yeah, Jason," in our chat. And this content creator, I'm not gonna name any names, but they came in and they were like, "Okay, now do it level 1 crit." And we were like, "Ha ha ha! Yeah, wow, funny joke." You know, like, and the person was like, "No, seriously, do it level 1 crit." And we were like, no. and then later that person like was like, yeah, that was me that said that and I meant it. We were just like, cool, dude. Like, you make YouTube videos. How do you not understand that that's like so weird?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's weird to me.
Yeah, some people are so strange, dude.
Yeah,
that's just one of those things where it's like you're gonna have a cockfight competition over a single player game. Like,
that's
I don't
very much how it feels, dude. And it's
if you do something cool, good for you. But if someone is like they're playing through the game on standard and they're using aerial to beat all the datas and stuff, and that's how they do it, because that's just like it's hard, and they don't enjoy spending hours fighting the same boss over and over.
Right.
Then that's how they're having fun. And then you go over and you just go like, well, I did it better. It's like that's the most.
And a lot of times people are memeing when they say shit like that. But like this person was clearly not memeing.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like
and they're like not ever in our Twitch chat at all.
Right.
And then they were there for that. And then I was just and then they're just trying to like take this moment from me or something.
Cage
like
2,
in their
Cage 2 is great for that.
But I don't play Cage 2.
Yeah.
Play Cage 2, you'll get oh man, the first stream I did of Cage 2 before Bio found me, like someone came to my chat and they're like, you picked the wrong struggle bet. And I'm like, what? They're like, you picked the wrong one.
Get fucked.
You picked the wrong struggle bat.
And I was like, well, what does the struggle bat give you? And he's like, oh, if you'd pick the strength one, you get +1 strength. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna lose a fight against Data Zemnis because I forgot to pick the wrong struggle bat.
True.
And it's people like they go ballistic.
Yeah,
not ballistic, but they just get it's such a weird thing that people get, like that they feel they need to backseat about. Cage 2 specifically, it's so odd.
Well, and what's so stupid to me is it's not like they came up with it themselves.
Right.
No.
They're just saying what other people have told them to say.
Yeah. Or it's like,
so
okay,
weird.
yes. If you were to look up like how to do it optimally, like there's always a way to do it, like do the thing optimally, right?
Right.
Because people they've already figured that out.
Yeah.
But it's like when I fight super bosses sometimes and stuff, like because I've been doing that a lot recently, it's like the way I like figure things out and structure things, it's not going to be the same way you do it. And if you look up, this is the answer to it, you already know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's not that like if I ask for help, like that's fine. But it's like if figuring that out is like people you're not using drives, you're not using drive forms, and it's like, okay, but at least the way it works in my head, it's like if I pop a drive form in the middle of this fight, I have all these options that are gone to me, or like all the like it's gonna do more harm than good.
Yeah, because there's like the different play styles. Like for example, like I would always like crutch limit form and shit, right? Where it's like, oh, I'm gonna die, and like, fuck, let me just limit form really quick or something like that, right? Like you get full health and HP, you can, or like and mana, you can use your abilities and stuff, or you can just revert out right away, that type of stuff.
Yeah, like you can just use it as a free elixir, like totally, and it just recharges.
Yeah.
I guess like not really spoilers, I guess, because it's like I'm not even working on it yet. But when I do make a video on KH2 about like the best way to play it and stuff, like I'm just gonna be like, look, man, one of the most beautiful things about KH2 is that like unlike a bunch of other single player games, there's like so many ways you can play it. There's so many people who play through the entirety of KH2 without even touching a summon. There are people who don't even use like Master Form. Some people don't even use that.
Yeah.
Some people don't even use like, they're like, oh, Blizzard shit. But it's like they never know all these things about different Blizzard. Some people don't use Reflect. It's like there's so many different ways to play it.
Yeah.
There's no one like, there's the most optimal way to play it. But maybe that, like, I don't know. Maybe that's not the way everyone should play. It's just just have fun. It's a game.
Just have fun. It's a game, and they give you all these options for a reason. Now they might not be the most optimal thing to do in that situation, but who the fuck lives like a robot like that, where they're like must do most optimal?
That's actually, I might use that. Actually,
I've run into.
You're welcome.
I've run into like a million people who have been like that recently, where it's like, dude.
Like, and I'm kind of a weirdo like that, where like
play my fucking way.
Even in like real life, I try to do things like optimally, where I'm like, okay, I could go take a shower right now, but if I finish editing this video and then set it to render, it will render while I shower. Therefore, my time won't be wasted. So like, I get the idea, but it's like just let people do what they want to do, or even if they're doing it wrong, people like that's how people learn. They make mistakes. They do, you know, and on the internet, that's really tough for people to understand, especially with like communities like Kingdom Hearts, where, you know, there's a set of the community that's like, hey, this is the optimal way to do it to get the fastest time, the fastest speed run, which I relate with because we like doing that kind of stuff. But those people tend to clash with the people that are like, haha, funny Disney story, you know? And so like there's this weird two sides to the community, and I'd like
it can coexist. It doesn't have to.
Right. I'd like it to be more together and more connected. You know what I mean? And
I think the biggest like pitfall I've noticed recently is like KH2, like any Kingdom Hearts game, really, because you have so many options, right? People treat it like all you have a toolkit. You have all these different tools. You got like a wrench. You got which is like your drive forms. You got all these different things you can do in any given situation, any combat situation.
Lexius has. I don't know what it is. It's like a hammer wrench.
Yeah, that fucking whatever that is, that vice grip or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
But you can use. Okay, so you have all these tools you can use, and then but the issue is someone will be like, oh, the best way to do this situation, or if you want to do it with the least amount of resources, is to do this, and that immediately becomes like a multiple choice question where it's like, okay, how do you deal with this attack? People immediately say like, okay, if you're not doing this, it's the wrong answer. But it's like, but that's not. You have a whole toolkit. It's not. There's no right answer.
Right.
There's incorrect answers. Like you can't block some abilities, but there's no. This is what you have to do.
It's kind of like you're hammering a nail into the wall, right? And clearly a hammer is the best option, right? Mm-hmm. But if I have this fucking rock and I want to try to hammer the nail into the wall with a rock, it's gonna be messy, but it will fucking work.
Yeah.
Like,
it'll work.
It will work.
Or like, you know how Yuzora has that move where he like does the big suck and he gets armor, and it's like you just, and the way to deal with it, I've seen other people, you just fly in a circle for like a fucking minute.
Yeah.
And he just stops, right? I just hit him.
Right.
Like I just went up and hit. I was just annoyed. Like, well, because I was like, okay, I could spend, because to me it's like I'm going to beat the boss quicker because I'm going to spend less time going in circles.
And if
like
you hit
he never
him quick
took
enough,
anything
he doesn't
from me.
steal a lot of your shit.
No, I always
right.
I just air stepped to him and hit him, and nothing went wrong. But I guarantee you do that. If you were to do that, someone would be like, if there was, if someone came in and they didn't hang out and weren't part of the community, they'd be like, you're doing that wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that's not. Oh.
I think that like the major like issue as far as like having like both sides of like the player base and the fan base is it reminds me a lot of Smash Bros, because like there's a lot of hate towards like Melee because it's like a game that's like been optimized so much, and a lot of people are really passionate about like the optimization.
I draw that parallel a lot as well.
Yeah, people like hate freaking Fox because he's got so like the best frame data. Like he's one of the he's like the best fucking character, right? But like in that meta shifted a little bit here and there, but like it's so easy for people in the Smash community to be like, oh, you play Melee, you're like a fucking sweaty tryhard or whatever. When there's a lot of people who play Melee, like myself included, where like I just like to like fuck around. Like, yeah, it feels good to like get like a freaking like frame perfect like shine out of shield back air into like a dare or something.
I mean, you gotta 1v1 me sometimes.
Yeah, like that shit's fun, right?
Yeah.
But
don't
tell Nintendo about it though.
Yeah. We get DMC.
Yeah, dude. We're playing on LAN with original GameCube and original GameCube controllers.
Yeah. I'm actually flying out during the pandemic.
Yes.
To 1v1 them.
Please, Mr. Nintendo. But anyway, I think it's like so easy for it to be the opposite too. For people to be like, oh, your favorite game's KH2 or whatever, and be like, oh, you're like a sweaty tryhard or some shit, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's on both sides where it's like, oh, your favorite's KH3, you're a freaking normie, like you probably don't know how to do this other shit. And then it's on the other side where, oh, there's like KH2, you hate all the other games, and it's the KH2's the FM2 is the best way to play ever.
I don't know, man.
You play it with the Japanese text, like that type of shit, right? Where it's like,
if you're not learning Japanese to do the fucking to do this game, you're doing it wrong.
I think it's both sides. Both sides need to come together,
right? Definitely.
And there's people on both sides that are cool and normal people. And don't let the trogs get to us, dude.
Yeah, the trogs.
No,
get the trogs out of here.
I think one of the coolest things about KH3 actually is I'm blowing all my good ideas to talk about in video. I'm blowing them here, but I'm gonna use them anyway. But I think one of the coolest things that I like really want to talk about is how in KH2 all of the tools are very much in your lap. They're in your control, right? There's a lot of agency on your end because you have all of these different things that you choose when what happens, right? And that's really cool. But on the other end, thematically, from Kingdom Hearts like 3's perspective, I feel like there's something really cool about the fact that instead of in KH2, you're like, hey, Donald, you yell at Donald, you're like, Donald, help me right now. In KH3, Donald's like telling you. There's something interesting about the fact that in that game, a lot of it is much more organic in the way that you interact with the world, as opposed to like because stuff happens to you and you choose how you work with it, as opposed to it makes the characters feel more alive. Where it's like Goofy's like, I'm like, oh, Goofy when Goofy pulls a move out, then I'm like, oh, this would be great here. Or even like the finishing moves you do if you're near them. It's a lot.
Fights are different, like because you might go, oh shit, I got blaster blades here. This actually might be good. And even to your point, like Donald's unison shit, where that just pops up, and you're like, "Holy shit, that killed those enemies so much faster!"
Yeah, and you're like, it makes you go like, "Oh fuck yeah, Donald," as opposed to like, "Stupid duck, get up so I can use duck flare."
Come on, dude. And that's the thing. Like duck flare is the easy target because it's such an overpowered maneuver.
Yeah,
and it's used in so many. It's
good.
Great, but it's used in so many strategies. So like, it's easy for someone who doesn't play like Kingdom Hearts 2 at that kind of level to go, "Oh, you just use duck flare," but it's like. Yes, but like
there is like aerial spiral.
Yeah, there's
like
more to it than just that
like,
too. So, like Jason's saying, there's like both sides to it, where it's like no one's right 100%.
I always save like duck flare and stuff. Like people get mad at me. They're like, "You're not using any of your shit. Like you're not using any of your stuff." And it's like I'm saving it. If I can do the boss consistently without needing to use that stuff, when I get down to like 2 health bars, it's like I can just kill the boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like I can make it's like a big push. I'd rather do that.
Alive.
Yeah. Big if. It reminds me of Tatsoo. Have you played Breath of the Wild?
This might be worse than talking about KH2, but I've never played it once.
Oh wow. Okay, so there's this mechanic.
Let's play win.
There's this mechanic that's like very polarizing, where
the weapons.
Yeah, where your weapons break. Right.
Yeah, not a fan.
We talked about this on stream, and that reminds me, it's very similar because. When the fuck do I ever use fucking Whirligoof in a KH2 run? Like if I'm playing Rando or something. You don't. Unless it's the only thing you have.
I see what you're saying. I see because the breaking, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. So like in Breath of the Wild, choosing, hey, your Master Sword, you can't use it right now, dude. Like
it needs a charge.
It's gotta recharge. You gotta charge up your JO crystal, and then you can use it again. Okay, but first, what you need to do is you need to use this 3-power wooden axe and jerk off these
charge
enemies.
up my crystal.
Yeah,
there's just some props. Hey, there's a bush over there, Link. You wanna go
charge the crystal.
The bokoblins are on here, like looking around,
like what's that noise?
No, but like it forces you to be like, yo. This is what you have. How are you going to do this, right? Because if you could, when the hell am I ever going to use Goofy Bombarder to like do anything ever, unless it's the only thing I have?
Man,
right?
I used to use Knock Smash used to be my shit.
Actually, is OP.
Yeah, it used to. I think they changed it. It used to be good in the original Cage. Then in 2FM they made it worse.
Yeah,
and Duck Flare got better somehow.
That's crazy. I felt like that, but I never.
No, I think they officially did. I think I remember watching something.
That's actually fact. I remember
Knock Smash was like, I'm like, bro, Goofy is. Yeah, ripping some ass right now.
Literally
he is
Meow
fucking
Wow before Meow Wow.
I was just gonna say Meow Wow's the new Knock Smash.
Yeah. He's juiced.
Meow Wow just farts around the fucking arena and just knocks out all the fucking heartless.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's like meow, 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 and this dude's just fucking just releasing gas into the air. I love Meow
whipping
Wow.
around the room.
What a classy individual.
Whip this hoe.
I think I see. I think I can. I agree with what you're saying. I think for me, at least personally, I think there's a way to which they could have done it. I think my argument would be similar to how Melee. It's like there's certain characters that are so dominant. It's like there's characters that like, why would you even use them, right?
Right.
Again, it's like that argument. Well, why would you even use them? I think I would prefer a scenario in which everything is good. So you have this choice, which again, that would make Breath of the Wild a very different game, right? That would make it, that'd change it a lot.
You just use the Master Sword the whole time. It's juiced.
That's true. Yeah, I know that.
Why
that's
true.
Not? I think if you have that, I think you'd have to take the Master Sword out, which would piss a lot of people off.
Right.
But I think if there wasn't a Master Sword and there was like, okay, like if you've played Nier or something, have you played Nier?
No.
Well, it's just like it's a general example, but like say there's like, okay, well, there's an axe with it's giant and heavy, like all these weapons, they're all good in their own right, and it's kind of up to the players, like, well, what do you like, as opposed to what do you have to work with, which that changes the nature of the game. I think it's just I know that I don't think the breaking thing is necessarily a bad feature. I just think it's something that I would be like, it would bother me because I feel like annoyed.
What the breaking thing solves, because you're right. If they had weapons that were balanced and all good in their own right, that would work. But the problem is that's really hard to do.
That's actually
no.
Just not possible.
I'm not trying to downplay.
Right.
That is. And varied. People are always going to find something, and it's like I 100% agree.
And I think they wanted to avoid okay, this is the best weapon, this is all I'm going to use. So they decided, hey, let's make everything break.
That's very fair.
Because people would find that weapon, right? They'd go, hey, it's this gun that Link has.
Yeah, the two-handed.
It shoots fucking
it's
12
the Glock.
bullets.
It's the fucking Glock sword. God.
Link can get this minigun and it just destroys goblins,
fucking
dude.
craze.
Yeah.
He just walks up to fucking Calamity again and shoots him in the taint. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Easy. No, but like that actually is a thing. Like people already know what the best is. In the speedrun, you use the two-handed weapons and you do the spin move.
Yep.
That's the best thing in the game.
Yeah.
Well, there's no way I don't. No matter how you try to balance your game, speedrunner, they're crackheads.
Right.
They're gonna find it doesn't matter.
Literal crackheads.
They're not balancing.
But I think
that's for sure.
I could see how that you're making me think more about. You're making me like the braking system, which I'm just annoying. But
well, and it makes it so that like you value that more, right? Because like okay, when you get imagine you're playing. Okay, it's kind of like both ways. Like you were saying, you hold your duck flare until the end because then it's like a guaranteed kill, right? But if that duck flare was like, yo, you can use duck flare in the next 30 seconds, you are going to try and find the best way to use that, right? And it's very similar with the weapon breaking system where it's like, yo, you can only hit like 30 times with this. When are you going to use it? Are you going to use it to try and get a new weapon from like a hard enemy?
Yeah,
are you
that's
gonna
really
use
fair.
it for story? Are you going to use it to kill a Lionel or something? Are you going to use it when you're like about to die?
Man,
there's a lot of stuff that you can use
some
it
good
for.
gameplay design discussion. I think you could even draw parallels to that and the argument with form changes versus drive forms, because form changes, it's very much like you've got it, you've stored it. When are you going to use it? When are you going to put it away? What parts are you going to use? Are you going to use the shot lock? Are you going to?
Another cool thing to think about too is like, okay, if I was playing the game, if I was playing Breath of the Wild 2 and like, or Breath of the Wild, and there's no weapon breaking, right? I'm like, yo, what's the fastest way I can get the Master Sword so I can just use a Master Sword? And then that means when the fuck am I ever going to use this freaking Bokoblin spear? Never.
Yeah. No.
Right?
No.
Well, now it's the only fucking weapon I got. You know what I mean?
It solves the issue of like outgrowing a thing.
Yeah.
So the whole world can continue to feel natural and stuff. Damn you making me go change my mind about stuff. I'm angry.
Hey, I think you should play it and then make your judgment on it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's fair.
And I felt the same way where I was like, the weapons break, that's fucking trash. Like, and then
but I can see how it makes
sword,
things more organic.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's implemented perfectly either. Like,
yeah. It's not the best system ever created.
Right. I'm probably from a gameplay design perspective. I think the concept, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. Who thought we'd get here? Breath of the Wild, huh?
Conversation,
man. I mean, we've been going for hour 45. Is there anything particular Kingdom Hearts related you want to talk about before we go? Like, is there anything that's like on your mind that you need to tell the Kingdom Hearts community about Kingdom Hearts?
Let me look through my shit list right now. I mean, I brought up Gaston.
That was a goal. Good.
It was. It's always a goal.
Top,
I'm always mad about it. Oh man, putting me on the spot. I don't know. I don't know. There's always something. Oh, I mean, we could talk an ending of Mom. Like, I don't know. You guys talked about the last podcast already, though. So
I mean, if you have thoughts on it, dude, that you want to share, I'm all ears.
I have thoughts, like, in regards to, I don't know. I feel like in regards to some of the reactions to it, I think it's like, at least my reaction to it when I first saw it, I even on stream, I was like, this is a lot less Nomura bullshit than usual. Like, like people, like, I've seen people act like when 3D happened and they're like time travel. I was like, oh god, like my brain hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
But like the direction they're taking it now it's like much less, I would like air quotes, crazy than something than a move like that. It's nothing.
Right.
It's nothing bananas. Like but I've seen people go like, oh, what a joke. And it's like this isn't that weird in terms of like the rest of Kingdom Hearts. This isn't like,
I think the quote you're referencing is all semblance of storytelling has been thrown out the window. I think that's the quote.
Yeah, maybe. Mayhaps. I don't remember who said that. But.
Yeah, someone did. But no, I agree that it was cool, but it wasn't like, yo, Zigbar is Luju, dude. You know what I mean?
It wasn't. And it's nothing. No,
it wasn't. Hey, this video game that you saw earlier, that guy is real, and they're probably in their world.
I think. Okay, thinking about Ansem's plan a bit makes my brain hurt, because it's like, well, why was Ansem like, we're sending you to go find? Was it find a Guardian of Light?
The Keyblade wielder.
Yeah. But
he's also a Keyblade wielder. And Kyrie is also a Keyblade
wielder.
But
he but he didn't know that at the time.
Right.
And also, he wasn't a Keyblade wielder of light. But like,
true.
What you telling me this man literally was working with Ansem the Wise. He didn't look through your boy's notes and in big bold letters says mouse Keyblade or something.
See, that's what I said too.
Rat and Keyblade, like that doesn't.
Well, he sees him, but it's not like he's fucking toting it. Like, here's my Keyblade, don't fuck with me.
I don't know, dude. I feel like Mickey Mouse would be like, "Ha, hey, have you ever seen one of these? This is a fucking Keyblade."
Yeah, he does that with the ladies.
He cocks it, just
I can shoot fucking
someone.
lasers out of it. Ha! You know, I
fucking kills someone.
I think he was like showing it off to like the guards / gardeners of Radiant Garden. Dylan
Lexius
and Lexius.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit on Too Many Sean's. Shout outs to those boys.
Yeah, it's a good podcast.
And they were
Too
like,
many Sean's though.
They were like, yo, it's really annoying. Like, one of them didn't like Melody of Memory because he's like, I don't want to like play this rhythm game to get the story. I wish they would just use that money and that time to play like make like the fighting action game that I love, right?
But they're
And
doing
he's
that
like,
though.
right. But he's saying that like it wasn't more like Mom that he really had a bone to pick with.
It was more Union Cross.
It was more like Union Cross.
I think
because
you can
he was like,
sympathize with a little
I don't
more.
like Union Cross.
he was like
which,
back cover was so cool, and that like
Right.
the idea that there could be like a mainline type of game that covers that was like super cool to him, right? And I think what's crazy is everyone is like, yo, this Mom story is like dog, like it's 20 minutes, what the hell, like all this shit. And it's like, guys, if it was anything super like important and serious, they'd be saying the exact opposite. Where
No,
it's like,
no,
I am
this
story.
it's
Mom.
smart. Like it's because they'd be like, you're gonna put a central story on a rhythm game. They can't win. Is the thing.
Yeah,
if they put no
exactly,
story, they'd be like, oh, there's no
exactly.
story. And it's
Exactly.
I mean, as far as quick question. I got a fucking curveball for you. Can you briefly explain to me how Donald and Goofy are in Union Cross?
Exactly, dude. It's fucking
No,
bullshit.
yeah, briefly. Like you can't. Like I was playing the Union Cross, and I'm like, oh, I get it. The books are like you peek. You're going into the future of the like you're looking at a projection of the world. It's not you're not actually there, you know. And it's like, okay, I get it. And then you're hanging out in Daybreak Town, and Donald and Goofy just crash land.
Ship. Yeah,
that's when I stopped playing because I was just not because I'm like this is bullshit. I was just like I don't understand. Isn't this like thousands of years ago?
They foreshadow it later that like they're in a data world as well. Like their world that they think is real is a data world. So
what the fuck? Okay, I should.
So that was Data, Donald, and Goofy showing up.
Yeah.
Why? How'd they have? How did they have data of people that don't exist? They're not real yet. They're dead. They're not. They're fucking not even in. They're not even in their father's balls yet. They're not even real.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
It doesn't make any sense.
Because it's all from the Book of Prophecy.
This was all according to my plan. Bring up Union Cross.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Tatsoo starts freaking out.
Because if Union Cross, man. You know what? I would play Union Cross if I didn't have to do 5,000 pointless little missions in between. Yeah. Because you can skip a lot of them. You can just skip to the.
You can.
If there's like a group of 10, enough. You can just do like every 10th one.
Yeah.
But it's like there's nothing happening. I've been doing this,
and it's easy as fuck because of power creep too. Like you just get like a tier 7,
and it's just
star,
like that's all. It's just that's why I just call it a cookie clicker game. I've not gotten to like the gameplay part of it.
Well, what's like really annoying and why I stopped, and like I said this before, like I stopped playing it because like, oh yeah, I can do all this to catch up to the story and play for hours and hours.
That's what I was trying to do because I usually can power through
just
shit,
for them to be like, yo, this update drops actually like a month later than in Japan, and like. So you're still gonna have to watch the cutscenes to get the story to talk on your podcast, like
because
it's not updated at the same time.
They update the Japanese version's about a month ahead, and so at that point it's like why
just when I was about to play Union Cross, you guys.
Well, why would you bang your head against the wall when you can just go watch Damo do it?
True,
that's true.
And have it be translated
like Damo and Everglow and
right. And so
shout out to Damo.
Yeah, and that's why like I'm still playing Dark Road for the podcast because. They've been releasing the English version like hours after the Japanese version.
Yeah,
right?
Or within a day at least.
Okay.
If they started doing weeks, I'd be out. I'd be like, I'm done. This isn't worth it to me.
You could just look it up.
Right. But it's also part of it is because our fan base of the podcast really enjoys me being in constant dread over playing Dark Road and drawing for cards that not getting any of the good ones and getting absolutely griefed.
Because it's like relatable and funny and Mike got griefed.
Blew a boo. So that's part of it.
Didn't you pull on the last podcast and you're like, I fucking 3 blew a boo?
Yes. Yes. I did 3 polls and each one had a blew a boo in it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's the Sea Salt Trio, they had the recusant sigil holding them back. I have Blue a Boo holding me back, dude. I need to reclaim that from Nomura.
You literally.
I'm gonna fucking puke.
I think I cursed it.
Yeah,
that's funny.
I cursed it.
Yeah.
He said, "What card did I get?" I said, "Blue a Boo." And that's
yeah, you did. You did in the last one.
I cursed it. I'm sorry, Mike.
Yeah, it's okay, dude.
It's fine.
I have to take back Blue a Boo from you, dude. You're my Zemmus.
Zemnos.
Blue Boo is your guy's Funky Kong. You
Yeah.
just gotta beat him up.
Oh, fuck.
I need to make Blue Boo ASMR, dude. And
Make him an emote. Just a boo, but blue.
we
There you
thought
go.
about doing Blue Boo emote.
I'd use it.
Yeah.
Like the ugliest little shit fucking monkey face.
Well, we try to make
him blue.
emotes that relate to like popular Twitch ones.
Yeah.
Right? Like we did Ansem LOL.
Yeah,
Um
that's a great emote.
yeah. Your Frogger's emote is really good.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank
too.
you. That's man. Odessa cranked that out.
Yeah.
I remember she made it and she was like, "Oh, it's like, so it's not done yet. It's so ugly." And I'm like, "He is perfect. Leave him.
Yes.
Leave it.
Leave him be. Print it."
Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, there's so many people who are so good at this type of shit, and like, we've worked with like multiple people, and we're like, hey, this is kind of idea of what we want, and then they just do exactly what you want. There's
Right.
so many
Yeah.
people who are just so
Yeah.
good.
Like
I
Leon.
could never.
Leon, I just said, hey, this is the LOL emote. You know it, right? Well, this is Ansem Secret Darkness. Make them one. And Leon was like, ooh, I like it. And then like within days, there was
Really?
Ansem LOL right in front of me. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Holy fuck.
this is
Yeah.
beautiful.
And like box with like Monka Goof. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, here's Monka S. Here's Goof.
That's
from
such a good
Monsters
emote.
Inc. Boom.
yeah.
Done.
So
Who
like,
did I gotta ask, who did the art for your Ansem Report podcast? Like the main
that's,
art you guys use?
shout out to Maul, our friend. She calls herself The Box. She's a member of our Discord.
Really?
She's
do
a professional artist. Like that's what she does for a living.
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's fucking
It's God tier.
crazy
She's
good.
she's
I remember
really shout out to her. She's really talented, incredible. She hasn't been around
It's
as
so
often
good.
because Kingdom Hearts pisses her off, but she's one of those Union Cross stands that really likes Union Cross and likes that lore, but isn't like since Kingdom Hearts 2 isn't into the lore after that, you know. Which is way more common than I realized before we started this podcast.
Right.
a lot of people,
There's
yeah.
a lot of people that like really just like
They're
Union
like,
Cross.
Skull!
Yeah.
Scold!
I don't know.
Oh my
Man,
God.
I need to catch up on the story. It's just I can't stick
Dude,
my teeth into
Damo's
the
your
game.
guy, dude.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I gotta
Damo
go
fucking
binge all of
savior.
Damo's
He's
videos.
the saint.
Yeah. Yeah. If it weren't for Damo, we probably would have quit our podcast a long time ago.
Yeah, I would have had to die for my own
Damo
sins.
is single-handedly fueling this podcast.
Yeah. Jason would have died from Union Cross overexposure.
Yeah.
But Damo, he puts on that hazmat suit, man, and he dives right in. You love him for it.
I'd have to be in a straight jacket for the segment, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to The Box. She's made she made our Monka Goofy emote. She made the art for the podcast.
Our sub emotes.
Yes, our sub emote.
Our badges.
Our badges, yeah. And she's just she's incredible. She's an incredible artist.
Got her to make a high-res version of my little head Sona.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I
Just
like
like
the head
HG.
Sona, dude. The head Sona's good.
Thanks.
I
I made it in Photoshop.
Can I tell you what my favorite video of yours was? I wasn't gonna say this, but
The Funky Kong one. Yeah.
no. I mean, yes, but like the 200 subscriber video where you
Oh, thank you.
where you just were
my
like,
head's
"Hey guys,
rolling.
thanks for 200 subscribers," and it's just your head spinning over the
Yeah.
music, dude. I fucking love that shit.
That's just my stream intro.
Is it really?
Yeah, well, it's the same. Well, because my stream intro is just them rolling. Well, it's like stream starting soon. I just put them all over the screen.
Yeah, we tend to stream around the same time, so I don't always catch the beginning.
I like
You guys
never
stream
can
for
catch...
fucking while, though.
Yeah, dude. We're fucking grinding.
You guys
Yeah,
are
we don't have
crazy,
jobs
because
right now, man.
No, I mean either. Every time I'm done streaming, I'm like, "Oh, Spike's alive" or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause you guys are fun. You guys are just fun to like. Man, cut this out. Don't let people know I enjoy your stuff. But
Okay,
just
yeah,
hanging out
yeah,
on your podcast is like I've never been huge on like watching Twitch people. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't follow like YouTubers I watch. I wouldn't really watch them on Twitch
Yeah.
unless
I
I feel
agree.
like I could like chat with them. Because it's just something like I don't follow people on Twitch unless it's like I actually want to go watch their shit.
Right.
Yeah.
On YouTube, I'll be like, fuck it, I'll throw a sub over here.
Yeah.
Throw a sub over there. It's like, it doesn't matter. I'll see you in the feed. I'll scroll by. I'm never gonna click your shit ever again.
Yeah.
Cut that out. But
Please.
like
please
this
cut
one,
that out.
oh man, like I was scrolling through YouTube the other day. This one fucker, some guy, like this fucker BioRocks just keeps putting
Yeah,
videos out.
dude.
I'm like,
He's
good God,
insane,
can you
dude.
fucking stop, dude?
That was one of my
You're just
like
flooding my feed, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, I tried to unsubscribe from him, and then
I
I got an
gave him
email.
a pity
He
sub,
emailed me
like,
saying he was
a year
gonna like
ago.
beat me up.
Yeah, like that's what's so insane about him is that's one of the reasons I really wanted to interview him because I want to be like, how do you have all the time to do what you do?
He
And
doesn't.
he's like, I'm just a really big planner, and it was like kind of a boring answer. I was expecting like, yeah, dude, honestly, I do lines of coke. Like, I expected like something crazy because it's inhuman.
They call me Yen, sit around the office.
Yeah,
like,
it's inhuman how much he can do. Like, he's like, yeah, like, and he almost like makes me feel bad because like he'll like tweet something like, hey guys, gonna be less content this week because, you know, I got this going on or school's really kicking my butt, and he'll still release like 4 videos.
Yeah.
And Twitch and stream 2 times, and I'm just like, dude, how do you do
and like
that?
we'll be in other people's Twitch chat,
Right.
and like,
Yeah.
just come
Short
to say
answer:
hi.
how does he have the time? He don't. He's
Right.
always busy.
Right. He just
I was under the impression before I knew him that he just was like nonstop. I thought he was only doing YouTube and stuff. I didn't know he's doing all the other stuff. So on top of that, I'm like, man, I am very inadequate.
Well, he's going to school. He's working. He has a young child. He's married. It's like BioRoxas is so put together. He makes me feel bad about my life.
Yeah, well, there's always
He's one of those people where I'm just
there's
like,
always people like that.
I'm like, oh man.
I feel like, I don't know, recently especially, like I've been in a huge rut because I got super sick, so I couldn't put anything out for like a week.
That's the worst. Getting sick is the fucking
yeah,
worst.
and I don't mind getting sick because it's like, oh sweet, I don't have to do this thing I already don't want to do. I don't have to go to work. I have an excuse now. But when it's like this thing you're really passionate about, it's like oh man, it just sucks because you're like you know, like I could have forced myself to go put something out, but it just wouldn't have been good. But I think a huge thing is just like getting out of a rut. Like you really have to, I feel it's weird. You have to compromise with yourself in weird ways because I think I don't think like you can't go from not working on something to the next day. Like, okay, I'm going to work 8 hours every single day for a week, which is like, I literally set my goal for myself to do that. But you kind of have to like, if you get into like a groove, you can't just jump straight back into it. You have to like ramp yourself up to it. And you gotta, I don't know, if you overextend yourself, it's like, you got to think about, okay, if I push really hard to do this one video or one idea I have, that might mean I'm going to be burnt out. So it'll make future stuff suffer. It's so weird. Like there's so many issues I didn't think would be a thing that are a thing.
Yeah. And it's hard when you don't like, I can't, I'm lucky cause I have Jason. Right. But like, you can't explain it to like someone who doesn't do it. Right.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
they're like, what, like, you know, some people, why don't you just work on that video then and just put it out? And it's like, well, it's different. Like, you can't just like,
yeah,
you have to be in the right space and you have to be in the, you know, and coming off being sick, like you want your mind and your body, you want to just jump in and do too much. But then if you do too much, it's like, then I'm back to where I was and I don't want to do anything, you know?
Right. Like I have opened up like a Premiere video project file and sat in front of it for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And nothing. Nothing.
I constantly do that actually.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, this person's like streaming or whatever. I'll just go hang out in their chat, but I definitely not going to pay attention. I'm just going to lurk and I'm just going to work on this video. And then like 2 hours go by and they're rating someone else. And I go, oh shit, I didn't touch this once.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's bedtime. I should probably go to bed. You know, like,
I think it's just one of those things where it's like, I've been getting so sick with all like there's like playing like getting all these different achievements in different games. It's like, obviously I'm not going to say they don't have meaning, right? But it's just getting achievements that don't further my own growth as a person. I feel like it's just really starting to bother me.
Yeah. Well, there's like
if
the
I'm
fear
just
of
like
missing out is like a big thing for me at least. Like there's all this new shit that's out right now.
I feel bad for people who thought I was going to come on the podcast and it's going to be like, funny podcast. It's going to be a chuckle fest. I'm like,
the weekly crunch though. That's
that's where the comedy's at. If you're asking fucking me,
the weekly crunch, man. We're here to announce that we're starting that very soon.
Unironically, I will do that. I'm not kidding.
I know,
I'll
dude,
unironically do.
I want to do it with you, but I know that it's going to be such a waste of my time.
Oh no, but
because like they'll be like, hey guys, you know, really sorry, but we're gonna stop the Ansem Report podcast because the weekly crunch is just really, you know what I mean? Like,
really
it's taking all my time to do this cereal podcast with you.
No,
you know what I mean?
If I wanted to do a podcast about cereal, it would just for people who are listening who aren't aware, we're going to do a podcast where every week we're just eating a different cereal.
Yes.
But it's like the whole hour and a half on that one cereal. We do taste tests. We do 10-minute segment where we're just chewing into the microphone.
ASMR style.
And maybe
ASMR.
like making, if the cereal's good, like,
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
And if it's bad,
just
like
that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
like
but
the,
just
like,
for 10
little,
minutes
like,
straight in
milk
silence
slurps.
with each other.
Milk slurps.
Drinking the bowl.
Yeah. But like, if I were to ever do something like that, it'd be so minimal effort, which I think would only add to it.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't edit it. It would just get thrown. Like the actual cover art would be like it'd be so low effort, like nothing.
And
I wouldn't edit the podcast. It'd be just uncut, raw, an hour and a half.
What's super funny about that is sometimes that works so well for shit. Like, you just do something like that and you don't put any effort into it, and it ends up being like your biggest video or your big, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Jason and I made this.
Hit me where it hurts.
This. Oh, I wasn't talking about Funky Kong because you put effort into that. Clearly, we played this Guy Fieri minute to win it game.
Okay.
For like. I don't know why we call I think the video came out on New Year's Eve a couple of years ago, and so it was our New Year's Eve special, like as a joke, like
yeah.
And the game sucks. It was for the Wii. It's
Absolutely
terrible.
Trash game.
It's an awful game. It doesn't even work. Right?
No, it does not.
And so we played it
Not
for
even
like,
a little. Like, it just does not work at all.
we played it for like 20 minutes, right? And then I I edited out like one part where like we were having issue with the controller that wasn't funny, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. Like, let's edit this part out because we just stopped talking and tried to figure out the controller. And if I'm looking at my analytics on YouTube right now, this video, since published, like this video, for whatever reason, it's been out 696 days, okay? And it has 3,000 views and 44 hours of watch time, which like
that's a lot.
That's a lot for nothing. For
Why?
something that's absolutely nothing.
Literally, why?
I don't like the thumbnail sucks. It just says it's just a picture of Guy Fieri with the logo of Minute to Win It, and then it says New Year's Eve in the corner, and there's confetti around him.
I gotta find this. How long?
Like everything about it is absolutely terrible. The video's not funny. But for some reason, like in the last year, that is one of our most watched videos, and I don't understand.
What's up, Minute on your channel? Let's play Minute to Win It. Happy New Year!
Like it,
that's so funny.
December 31st, 2018. That was the video that came out, and
that's so funny.
It just makes no sense.
Life just hasn't been same ever since.
Yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really understand. Oh man, the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix rewrite mod video is popping off, dude.
I gotta make content on that. I feel bad. I feel like I want to help Water more on that. I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you,
dude. We should.
He's crying himself to sleep every night because of you.
This is what we should do, Tatsoo. We should do a race where we both have.
Yes.
We both have rewrite turned on.
Yo.
I would love that.
Jason versus Tatsoo, the race.
I was talking with Water. Like at least in the suggestions thing, he said it was a good. I don't know if he'll do it. But just like if you pick, depending on items you pick up, if you pick up like a certain kind of fucking synthesis gem or whatever, it'll like be something. It'll be a consumable. Like say you use a consumable, it'll affect the other person's game.
Okay.
So say you get like a tent, right? So every tent you get is like 2 tricks out of your way, like that. Like
right,
you know what I mean? I think that that'd be cool because then that's taking the rando to like, okay, this is genuine. Like you're making this a multiplayer game now.
Right.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of randos right now that do that kind of shit where they like a lot of like Link to the Past or Zelda Ocarina of Time where you find something in your game and it's for the other person's game. So that exists. It's just about
really.
Yeah. It's if Water can code it right or not, which I'm sure he can. He's a fucking boy genius.
Oh, dude, he figured out because he made it so you can walk through one door and just show up in any door, like in another
he did that
world,
already?
Right? I think so. Yeah.
Holy, because
so
that's
was
a thing that's popular in those randomizers right now too.
Right. Well, because I'm saying, I think, like, I don't know if you've played like Binding of Isaac, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm just thinking how, like, obviously, like item scaling and stuff. I don't think that's going to be a thing in Cage because that'd be like really hard to. You'd have to change the fundamental of the attack.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And like combos and everything.
But just the idea that like, what if you were to have like that kind of style setup where like, okay, yeah, depending on the room, like the spawns are set because I don't think you can change that, but like the enemies might be different.
You can
depending on the
change
seed.
the enemies, yeah.
Yeah, you can change the enemies, and it's like, what if you set up like the rooms are set up in a way to be like this gauntlet where it's like there's there's like 3 floors, air quotes, with different bosses, and the bosses like scale different on depending on the thing. And it's like what you get in that run is what you get, and you got to make it work. Because I mean, you can like, I don't know, I remember I talked about that on stream, and someone's like, "That's a bit much, ain't it? You want to settle down?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
look at me. So I was like, "But like, Water's doing it right now," and I brought it up to Water, and he's like, "That's so cool!" Like he was like,
"It's nice that you have ideas, dude, but maybe just stick to playing the game, okay?"
Yeah, it's like, fuck me, man. I'm just trying to like, because
hey, Mr. Funny Man.
Hey, there's no roguelites out there that are like, I'd play the fuck out of a roguelike that had Kingdom Hearts style combat. That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, where's my printer for Ultima weapons? And then every single time I get one,
print some Ultimas.
Yeah, my Ultima gets stronger.
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about?
In Risk of Rain 2.
Oh,
you had to be there. You had to be there.
Yeah, I guess I don't play that game, so
we're starting actually a daily Risk of Rain podcast soon. So
yeah.
Oh, nice, dude.
The two of us. Dude. Yeah.
Have you played the new character yet? Or he's not like new, but
what? Which one?
The captain?
The captain? Oh yeah. I love Captain's broken. I love him.
Yeah, he's juiced, dude.
He's just money bags. Okay,
but why the fuck can you not use the like special ability and his like ultimate ability?
It's whack.
In outside.
Yeah, that's whack.
Like in like there's like different dimensions you can go into, Mike. Okay. And for whatever reason,
can you go into the 5th dimension?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think you can glitch in. But like his moves, he calls them down from his ship. So like he drops these beacons down and they can like hack a chest open that gets you an item.
Okay, sure.
Right? Or there's one where like it can heal you, shit like that, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's another one, like his ultimate ability, he drops down like missile barrages from the ship, right? And for whatever reason, and I was triggered when I found this out because there's this one area where it kind of feels like you're underwater.
Yeah.
Like in this, like almost like this big ass fishbowl type thing. And I realized I couldn't use my 2 abilities. I literally can just like left click.
Because they're like, oh, the ship isn't in orbit in another dimension. And it's like, okay, that's okay, real cool and all. Pissed, but now I'm half a character because you want to put lore in it.
Yeah, dude.
For lore in a game that's like, yeah, the lore's cool, but that's clearly not what this game is about.
Sick lore, Risk of Rain.
I was so pissed, dude.
Yeah.
I was so pissed.
Yeah, that's
makes
stupid.
no sense.
I was like, okay, maybe it's just bugged in the different dimensions or whatever.
No.
And then I looked into it and I
thought they were gonna change it. They still haven't changed it. He's still one of the best survivors, to be honest. I played the fuck out of that game.
Yeah, me too. I think I have like probably like $200 or $300.
Oh, me too. I think I have all the skins as well.
I think I'm only missing one.
All right, guys. Let's not make this a Risk of Rain 2 dick.
Yeah, sorry.
Contest,
That's tomorrow when we record.
Yeah, don't take over my podcast with yours.
We actually have to set up the podcast cinematic universe soon. We got to have like 15 podcasts. They all cross over.
Yeah, they're all, and then we do a big one.
Yeah.
Where we talk about everything.
It's just called podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
where we talk about all the other ones.
Who's your favorite one though? Like your favorite survivor?
Favorite survivor?
Or like who do you think you played the most?
Commando or Captain? Captain's good. Commando, Captain, or Acrid?
Ooh, I love Acrid.
Yeah.
I have to scream like every time I jump with him though.
No, that's fair. He's like a little goblin man.
Like every time I jump.
Yeah.
I don't know if that qualifies as a scream.
No, but I do it loud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's keeping it. He doesn't want to ruin the audio.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gonna fucking mess up the wavelength.
Yeah, dude. Wouldn't want to do that. We never do
who
that.
Who edits the podcast?
Mike.
I edit everything, dude.
He does everything.
Jason's honestly
I'm a literal leech.
He's a leech.
So you're freeloading. Gotcha.
He's a piece of trash, dude. This is why he has all this time to play all these games. Well, I played Risk of Rain for 300 hours.
Yeah.
Because I'm in here fucking sweating.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking clicking my finger, using hotkeys like a fucking maniac.
He's rocking the baby.
To get this podcast out on time.
Cutting out all the times Jason's talking about Risk of Rain, just like, oh,
well, because I was the one who originally started our YouTube channel, and then Jason wasn't really a part of it, and then like we started playing games together on it, and we were like, this is way easier than doing it by ourselves. So I taught myself to edit through doing that because I like similar to you. I was like, I watched other people, and I was like, I want to fucking do this.
That sounds fun.
We've transformed now into we're more Twitch centric than we used to be by far, but
no, Twitch is. I mean, I think you guys you fit the formula of Twitch very well.
We had somebody call us we're the game grumps of Twitch.
It was
That's
so
what they
cute.
told us, and I was like, that is like the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
Damn.
And then we tried to figure out which one was which, and
it's inconclusive.
It's inconclusive.
Yeah,
That is it. That is definitely inconclusive.
Well, actually, Jason
My
has
brain
all the
hurt.
best qualities of Aaron and Dan. And I have all the worst qualities of Aaron and Dan. Is what we found out.
no,
That's exactly.
it's subjective.
Jason's tall. He's got long hair. He's young. The women like him. I'm over here. I'm yelling at the video games. I'm old.
You do all the editing like a
I do all
fucking
the
nerd.
editing like a nerd.
You loser.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Talking about analytics with bio, and I'm sitting here freaking.
Dude, that was all Bio though.
I'm
Bio
freaking jerking
really
it.
wanted to talk about YouTube.
Yeah, but like, I don't
When?
know
When
shit
he was on the
about that.
When he was on the podcast, dude, we talked about YouTube for probably like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I was in the middle of doing that, of listening to that one while I was working on stuff, and then I had to go to bed. But...
Yeah, and then you were like, wow, YouTube analytics.
So
Yeah, he literally resident sleeper.
So Bio comes on here. He's like, listen, we gotta talk about fucking numbers, okay? We gotta boost those. These
I
numbers
mean,
are
that's
shit.
kind of what he did, and I was, but it was fine, like, because I enjoy talking about that.
Yeah.
But like, I want to get him back on and talk more about Kingdom Hearts.
Well,
with him.
and it's cool to like, because like that's like part of who he is, right?
Right.
Like, and that's cool to
Yeah.
like see. And I think that was something.
Should I
that-
talk to? I should
a
have
lot of
talked
people
more
haven't
about Kingdom
seen.
Hearts.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it made it easier to have him on another time because we buried what like our podcast is about in other things. You get what I mean?
I see.
We left the people wanting more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also leaving them satisfied because I don't think that there's a way you can
was-
see that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Who in your Twitch chat was like, yeah, don't bring him back on?
It was Sean.
They were like, hey man, yeah, it was Sean. Sean,
Really?
Do you know about this Sean story?
No.
So we had water on first.
This
Yeah.
is being cut out. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I'm griefing Sean right now. We had water on first. We had Bio on second,
Love
and
you,
then we
Sean.
had Mel on third, and you're our fourth guest we've ever had.
Holy fuck! I'm
Yeah.
honored.
I know. Well, I mean,
The longest running Kingdom Hearts podcast.
we don't really have a lot
Ever.
of other options, Tom.
No, we're really scraping the
We were
bottom of the
scraping
barrel
the-
here.
no.
Can we
just
get you
kidding.
for next month too? Like
Yeah.
in writing.
Honestly, we need to book you.
I
for
mean, whenever you guys want me, I guess. If you're just like last minute, like fuck, we don't have fucking anyone to do shit with. It's like if you need
Dude.
like a fuck it.
This has been like one of the easiest podcast conversations. Not that the other ones were hard, but like we've been talking for over 2 hours and we're just shooting the shit. So like we'd love to have you on anytime.
I'm over here sweating. I'm like, you were talking far too much about yourself. Stop it.
No, dude, you're doing
That's
great.
the point.
That's
Okay.
the
yeah,
point.
I know.
But anyway, so we had those three on, and Mel, you know, we've known Mel for a while. She's one of the first creators we've met in the community, and she's always been super nice, and she makes just fantastic fucking videos.
Mhm.
Mel from the Secret Reports, if you guys don't know who we're talking about,
Check her
And-
out.
check her out. She's awesome. And Sean in our Discord, he meant to say, "Hey, Mel was great. Jason and Mike suck." But what he said was, "Mel was great. The other two were meh." And we'd only had two other guests on at this point, Water and Bio. So Bio goes in our Discord and at Sean and goes and just like leaves an emoji at him. And Sean's like, "Oh no. Oh God, no."
And it's haunted him ever since.
And so now,
that's so funny.
and you know, Bio's got a pretty dry sense of humor. So like, it's hard to
I
know
love-
when he's kidding for people that don't know him.
Yeah.
And I actually told a story about how like I was glad Water was there when I first had a voice chat with Bio, because when Water would laugh, I'd be like, okay, Bio's kidding, so that's good. But
Oh, dude, no, it's fucking. I love, dude. Water's. I talked about this with Bio, but Water is so fucking funny because he just doesn't mean to be. He just does things that are just hilarious.
Yes.
He's like he's doing things like a normal person would, but like a little bit different. Like a little bit like you're like
Yeah.
you're a little bit like, what the fuck's going on, Water?
Well-
He's just it's hilarious.
I was so happy that he was there, because like basically Bio asked us to be in this charity live stream, and we said sure, dude. He's like, yeah, we want you guys on the trivia segment. You and Jason will be a team, and you'll team up against other people for trivia. And Damo's doing the trivia. We were like, awesome. Well, then last minute they realized they didn't have really a lot of goals, like incentive goals. And Bio was like, hey, would anybody want to do an easy code run? And I said, you know what, dude, I'll do it. It's for charity, you know, whatever. If you
Yeah.
meet the goal, I'll do it, which we ended up doing, which was incredible. But
You could beat the game in like I did it in like 4 hours the other
Right.
day to make a save for Odessa so she could finally beat Izora.
right. Anyway, we did it. So I had to get on with a voice chat with him real quick, never meeting these guys before. and go and like so they could send me all the art and stuff so I could put the stream key in so it would look all the same as when I was on the stream, just in case we met the goal. And I didn't even know they were brothers at the time. I just knew of them separately.
Yeah, that's a little weird to me.
And it is a little bit when you figure
BioRoxas and BioVentus.
Yeah. And so I get on this voice call and Water's like, hey, can I jump in? And Water had been talking to me just like through text chatting before that.
Yeah.
And I said, sure, dude. And, Bio was he was like, he's always doing something. So he was kind of all over the place. And he's like, okay, here's this and this, set it up. And I'm a fucking boomer. I don't know what I'm doing. And so Water's like helping me through it. But then Bio would say something and I'd be like, okay, is this guy kidding or not? Like, and then Water would laugh, and I'd go, oh, okay, cool, because I don't know them, you know what I mean? I don't know, but like Water really like that made that first impression much easier because he was just like giggling.
Water's like the bird box that they'd have back in the coal mines.
What?
Can you elaborate? Like,
okay, I don't know if I don't know if it's a
Water,
coal
I'm
mine,
sorry.
but somewhere in a mine of some sort, they would take a box full of birds, right? It's just it's not a box, it's like a cage, but they call it the bird box. And basically it would be like, I think it'd be like, if the fumes are too toxic, the birds would die first. So if the birds die, you gotta go. Like this place isn't safe. So if water, and they'd be able to tell because the birds would still be chirping, right? They'd hear the birds. So if you don't hear birds, you're like, oh fuck. So if you don't hear Water laughing, you're like, oh shit.
You're like, he's serious.
Yeah. See, it makes sense.
I fucked it.
It's a good metaphor, I promise. I honestly, I think I butchered. I don't think that's correct at all. But I hope it is.
It makes sense either way.
Yeah, I like
even
it.
Even if they didn't put birds, they didn't whip birds into coal mines.
They should have.
They should have, or at least throw a water cage down there. That bastard's crazy. You gotta lock that fucker up.
You just hear him laughing, and then it's okay.
Then you're good.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh, you're just in a coal mine. You hear him in the background.
That's actually terrifying. Now I think about. Can I get a Water? I'm gonna clip Water laughing and send it to you. Like reverb as shit, and then you can use.
That's gotta be one of your sounds. The next time you do a stream with sounds. I really love the hey you guys like that. That
was my idea. Yeah, I asked. This is still when I've only known him for like a month or two. I'm like, I need it. Can I use your intro? Because like that's the most BioRoxas. Every time I think about, I'm like, oh no, it's because when he first rated my stream, I was like, we were cracking jokes about his content, and they're like, when is he gonna do a breakdown of all these monotonous things? Like Bio does a breakdown of like opening a juice box. And I started doing like an impression of him, and I was always like, hey you guys. Like I always started it with hey you guys, because that's what he does. So I'm like, I need your clip of you saying hey you guys so I can like reverb it and make you sound distant. And it's like I went back and watched the VOD of the first like spooky stream I did, because I couldn't see what set. I couldn't see who was playing what.
He knows.
I couldn't say who was playing what, and like I know a lot of the farts were you fuckers, but
fuck.
I also know that like I think about 95% of the hey you guys were from Bio himself.
Yeah.
It was just him playing his own line over and over.
Hey you guys.
If that isn't the most insane person I've ever met, like he's crazy.
I love
like he's a scary individual.
There was a stream, I think you were playing the Lighthouse.
Possibly Swole.
There's Nothing Under the Lighthouse game.
That game's great.
That game was frightening, but I didn't say anything in chat, and I was just playing sounds. And fucking Whale
just for the longest time.
Fucking Whale and Leon were like, "Why is Super SpikeGhetti Bros making sounds
you guys got
but not
ratted
chatting?"
out.
And they fucking ratted me out, dude.
Snitches.
Yeah,
I can't believe
straight
that.
fucking snitch. That's so funny.
I told Whale that she betrayed me that day, and I'll never forgive her.
That's what Bio was doing too. He'll like pop in chat, be like hello, and then he's gone for the next 5 months, slaving away in the coal mines. Or whatever
he does that in our chat too. He'll just be like, "Hi guys," and we'll be like, "Hi Bio," and then he's gone.
Yeah,
but he's still there, and then someone will say something about him, and he'll be like, "What?"
He might he was still there. Like, he was just spamming shit the whole time, so I thought he was gone.
Right,
but he was just like, "Hey you guys," like every time he could.
Yeah, when Tyler was our mod Tyler was trying to get pictures.
One of the funniest people I know
of Bioroxus. Because he wanted to know, quote unquote, if he was shredded, but I think there was another devious reason behind it. Bio just showed up and said, "What's going on?" And we were like, I
just started laughing, dude. That's all you could do with that
Tyler
situation.
wants to know if you're shredded.
To fight for charity.
Yeah, I don't know where Tyler got all this.
Boxing for charity. I don't know.
Don't worry, I'm in good with him now. I'll be like, hey, Bio, I need a picture of your abs, please, for a video. Thanks.
Dude, you need to get it for Tyler. He needs it really badly.
Yeah.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
No, but like,
Shout out to
really.
Tyler, twitch.tv/Tyler Rims. Go check him out. He's a funny boy.
He's funny as fuck, dude. I love Tyler.
I heard you guys. He's
one of the few.
He's gonna co-host your streams, dude. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I don't even know what he sounds like.
Dude,
Tyler, but like, yeah, fuck
Tyler
it.
is one of those people where like one of the few people where like when I see him type in Twitch chat, I can literally hear him say what he's like typing.
Really?
Like he's just got that voice to me. And it's
I've gotten that
funny
before.
as fuck, dude. I love Tyler.
Yeah, you're one of the people when I
funny.
see you type, I hear it in your voice too.
That too.
I hear that slight Canadian accent.
Is it that noticeable? Oh, fuck.
It's not that
I
noticeable.
think okay.
I noticed it more
and
today
out.
than I ever have before, though.
You
Yeah.
what?
I noticed your accent more today than I ever have before. Because we've been talking for
Really?
so long. Yeah.
Is it that? Fuck.
It's not that. No, it's not that noticeable. Just some boots and
About out. You fucking crazy American. Y'all coming over here. You're saying out. Pronounce the what the fuck?
About
I want to go
About.
out.
out.
Dude,
About.
I hate accents because
Where does the
No,
U
they're
come from?
annoying.
Surrey though.
From sorry?
Sorry?
We never.
Sorry?
Where's the what the fuck are you talking? The you.
Sorry?
When have I ever thrown a you into a sorry?
I've
maybe
heard-
not you, but
Maybe not you, but like
No.
Canadians.
other Canadians
yeah.
do. Like I hate because we have these like shitty like Midwestern Youper ass
Yeah.
accents.
It's like, hey, you want some pop, dude?
yeah, and people fucking just rip into us all the time.
We say pop here too.
Yeah.
all the time.
People.
People are like, well, "You said that wrong," and
Or
I'm
we
like,
say, oh,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
goes gravity.
I
Oh my god.
I one time went to Maryland for some training for this job I had, and there was just people from all over the United States, but there was people from Boston, and they would not fucking leave me alone, dude. They were just like, say taco, and I'd be like, taco, in my fucking accent. Say mom, and they'd just be like, this guy over here, this
man.
guy, I'm gonna go, and they were like, their accents are fucking stupid, but they were making fun of me because I was the only Michigan person there.
Michigander.
Man, that's weird. I've always tried to like I fucking this Canadian people everywhere in this goddamn country. But I can't like I've
Imagine.
always tried to not not have a very heavy accent in that way. Which I mean there's certain words like about and out I'm like fuck off, I don't care.
Yeah.
But like I don't like a lot of Canadian culture, which is weird.
You're not into hockey?
I hate hockey.
Dude, me too. Fuck hockey.
Yeah, right? Fuck God.
It's Resident
God.
Sleeper, dude.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of
You
it.
can't
I've
even
never
see where the
really-
fucking puck is. They had to like fucking highlight it so you know where it is, dude. It's like I don't have the attention
Yeah,
span
you're
for
what-
that shit.
How the fuck? But no, hockey. It's all right. It's just I've never been a fan, and it's just one of those things that in Canada people always default to talking about it here, and I'm like I could not care less.
Yeah. The thing that I can relate to that is like, we live in Michigan and there's the colleges, Michigan and Michigan State. And people always want to talk about
There's like the biggest rivalry.
with
Yeah.
that. And it's like, just fucking shut up. I
Oh.
don't care.
Yeah,
I'll just wear a Michigan State shirt because I have one. You know what I mean? Because you have apparel like that, and I wear it. Oh yeah, well the Michigan Wolverines are gonna kick your ass. It's like a grown fucking man talking to me. I'm like 12 years old.
A stranger.
And it's just like shut up.
I mean, I kind of get it though. Like I don't like subscribe to it, but I understand it because I'd argue, like, okay, who'd win in a fight, like Goku or Sora? I could argue that for like 10 hours.
But if I was wearing a Goku shirt and someone came up and said Sora would kick Goku's ass, I would definitely talk to them about it. I don't care about the fucking colleges.
True. Holy fuck.
If someone came up to me and said that, I'd probably punch them in the throat. Like, shut up.
Yeah, I guess.
Do not assault.
Instant
Do
transmission.
not assault strangers, friends.
The instant transmission blocked that shit, and you're like, oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
bro.
the thing. You go to punch him and he just puts one hand up and blocks it. That's scary. That's how you know you got a real fighter there. But yeah, this conversation, quite a talk we just had, dude.
I like talking.
I enjoyed myself.
I don't know if it's because whenever there's this, I'm always like, I don't know if it's an anxiety thing. Probably not. I just always am like, you got to say something. Like, just like my brain's like, come on, man.
The silence is too much.
You really ain't gonna say nothing, really? Right. You're gonna be that guy?
The silence is too crushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't handle it.
Yeah.
And I gotta think. Oh, can't do that.
No, thinking's overrated, dude.
Absolutely.
Just speak. That's what I do.
just speak.
Just
speak.
Unfiltered nonsense.
Spit it out, Junior.
When I do that, I've done that with my videos. I've literally been like, okay, time to record, and I just hit the record button. I don't even know what I'm
Dude,
gonna say.
I was actually gonna say something about that because there are some parts in your video that made me wheeze because you like stuttered or something because you were just getting out what you had to say and you like used it to edit into the video. Like
the part where Sora's like and he lands on the platform. Or
right,
whatever.
you like zoomed in farther when you like stuttered or whatever, and that killed me, dude. I was like, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's the best.
Because when I make videos like that, I cannot stutter, I cannot mispronounce something, because I will fucking be mad about it every time I edit it. But you turned it into a strength, which I thought was really funny.
It adds character.
Well, thank you very much. Wow. But I don't know. I feel like, at least for me, I've tried doing more scripted stuff, and for me, I feel like it comes across as less genuine.
Yeah.
And what I'm writing and what I want to say, like, it is genuine, but if I'm like, okay, you need to say it perfectly, it's like, well, I want you to get invested in like me getting worked up over how little sense it makes that Donald and Goofy are in the Three Musketeers world.
Right.
So I just one take that, and I just like, I'm like off memory, like in the 3D video, like there's like the first like minute is me ranting about like why the fuck the Three Musketeers world. I love it. It makes no sense. Yeah. Why is Donald? No, why are they all here? So I just hit record. I'm like, I'm just gonna off memory try and be like, this is the first scene, and then I just cut around it.
See, and that's what I need to get better at, because like I tried. It was probably over a year ago now, but I was making this video about worlds I wanted to see in Kingdom Hearts 4. It was after Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, whatever. And I had this video all set up, and I recorded the dialogue for it. And then Jason listened to it, and he goes, "Dude, there's just parts of this that don't sound like you." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You just sound like you're not into it."
I couldn't picture
fucking video because my brother fucking destroyed me.
Dude, hey.
Well, because
I'm not gonna lie to my own fucking brother, dude.
No, I hate that shit. If someone was like, if I show someone, if I'm like, "What did you think of this thing I made?" and you're like, "It's good," I hate you.
Yeah.
You're the worst. Like, you're like, okay, not just like, okay, if you're okay.
If you
obviously I appreciate it because you're saying it's good.
I will be honest. I will be blunt.
Right.
No, I am like, okay, but what? I need something. I need you to tell me it was good because of this. This could have been like, I'm asking you because I respect your opinion enough to be like, I want to build what I can do off of that.
Well, and I think part of me knew that it sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was listening to it and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is fine.
It didn't suck, but there was definitely parts where it's like, you couldn't think, like you wanted this to be in the video, but like you hadn't gone through enough iterations, or like you were like didn't want to go through enough iterations to get what you wanted out of it. If that makes sense.
No,
I think you could have gotten to a point where it was good and it was you, but like you were kind of just going off of like what like other people had done or whatever, but like in your own way, but it wasn't 100% organic, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't.
Wow.
It was just like
he's destroying me live. It was on the podcast.
That is the most polite way to say that video is shit.
No,
that I've ever heard.
it's that you
so
just hadn't
polite.
gone through the process enough. Like
I know I'm not going to you for peer review. Jesus.
No, dude, that's what I'm saying. Is it's like is what it is, and like
right. No, and I'm glad you said it because I would have released some shit video that I wouldn't have liked, and then I would have been mad about it, and then I would have deleted it, and then that's way.
I don't know. I think one of the things that like your strength, at least on Twitch as well, is I like hanging out on Twitch chat on your guys' channel because it feels like unironically like you're hanging out, like it's just late and you're hanging out with friends and you're literally just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
There's no. It doesn't have to be an event. It's just you're having a good time, you know. Yep. And that's a really good atmosphere to have. So I think
thank you.
If I were to see you guys go from that to like in Sora Kingdom Hearts 3, like Sora, like to go super like scripted and like not analytical, but I don't know, like super matter of fact would be odd.
Yeah, it wasn't like a breakdown video or anything, but it was like definitely more scripted than I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to try something like that, but I think what I need to do is just kind of talk and then edit the video around that instead of come up with the idea for the. You're right. And
I record audio, like I do like a bunch of takes sometimes.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like 1 minute of audio, and then I won't have any concrete, like I'll have a couple ideas on like, oh, I want to do like a bit about Phil from Hercules or whatever. But then like
I always want to do a bit about Phil from Hercules. That's the problem.
I've literally done it already. I've already done a Phil about in the next video, but but then like as I'm recording, I'm like, oh, that'd be a fun way to edit around this. Like a fun way to edit this part is like, oh, I could have the different assets coming from this side and stuff, and I don't know. It's easier to do it over the voice as opposed to the other way around. It depends what you're talking about.
Right.
I think for me at least, like, and the reason why I feel like I could never really go through with just like taking something from scratch is like, I'll like tunnel, but like if it's not my own thing, I don't tunnel, and I don't know why. Like, I remember trying to like go through and edit like my own shit like way back in the day, not really having like an idea on like what I could do with stuff. But like when I'm like listening to other stuff that's like at least like semi thought out, like that's when I get a lot of like pretty like creative ideas, or like it'll like spark something there. So like for me, I think I could only ever do like, yo, I think this would be fucking hilarious to add this, or like something like that. And I think that's where a lot of our like stuff that we've come up with, like stuff that we come up with that has been like successful has been stuff where it's kind of just like a mix of like there's like a foundation, and then I just like to like add funny shit to it or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely a good strength of working as a duo, which I envy in a degree, because I'm like, it'd be fun to lean over to someone else and be like, man, that sucked, right? Like, or something. I think you'd be like, man, yikes. Like, or like
or just like flaming each other. Like that's
like even that as well.
Yeah, there are an advantage. I'll say there's mostly advantages to having two of us, but there are some disadvantages to it. You know what I mean? Like, one of us isn't in the mind frame to like stream or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and one of us is, or because we're two people now. You know what I mean? Like it's we both have to be on board with something. Like, and that's why sometimes I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna stream Pokemon, and if Jason wants to come hang out, he can. If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know what I mean? And like, same with him. He's like played like. You want to play like Call of Duty and shit, and it's like, that's not my scene. But if you stream Call of Duty,
go for it.
You know what I mean? Go for it. But so that's the kind of the workaround we got for that. But like, it's awesome to be able to, chat's dead or whatever, and I'm trying to grind something, and Jason's right there, and we can just talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about, because it's.
I think that's why we were like really doing really well for Mom, is because like what other streamer can talk and play the game.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't really want to stream Mom, because I go like tongue tied trying to talk, because I'm like, Sora, when you like, jump, good, you miss.
Good.
And it's like it just doesn't work for me. Because like when I play a rhythm game, I don't want to talk. I just want to listen to them. I just want to enjoy it.
When I was in your chat one day, and we had just streamed Melody of Memory, and you were like, do you guys even want to watch me stream Melody Memory? I mean, it's just like hitting buttons.
Yeah.
And someone was like, yeah, Tatsoo, imagine hitting buttons.
It's like, I think that was Miwo, that bastard.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yeah, like that is a benefit to that, because we could play Melody Memory, and one of us can watch chat and talk to people while the other one focuses on playing. And
that's true. When it's like, it's hard because sometimes when chat is dead, air quotes, it's like I have people who, I can think of like even a couple people out, because I'm still at a part where I can remember like people who come in pretty often, and it's like I remember like a good handful of people. Like there are people who they'll say like one thing, and then they're just either lurking, or I don't know if they're lurking or just watching, but they'll like say hello, and then they're just there,
right?
And they're not interacting with chat, and that's what they're there for.
And those people are amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, everyone, anyone who like, there's no viewers better than the other, except for me if I am on your stream. But
true. And vice versa, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
When
If
I'm just absolutely griefing
me on
you.
your stream
I'm
or
just
me on my own stream.
absolutely griefing you. Dude, that was so fucking funny.
When?
Like it was after me and Mike streamed, and then me and Tyler immediately went to your stream, and we were just griefing you with like the he doesn't know and like shit.
Oh
like
yeah, that shit.
Like, talking about beans and shit in your
getting fucking my chat up. Yeah,
I was hoping we'd get away without talking about beans, dude.
It was so funny, dude.
I cannot. I'm so. Oh, I love that you banned that word. It's just
I'm
gone.
so in the weeds with beans right now, man.
In the weeds with that's a podcast name, right? That's podcast number 4. Holy fuck!
We do a podcast with beans, and it's called In the Weeds with Beans.
No, but he's only on every like once
Right.
a year because we can't afford him.
Yeah, he $45,
So the rest of
dude.
every other episode
We literally
is us
just
talking about what we're going to ask.
We
We're
literally just send him a question, and then we go, "Hey, Beans, what do you think of this?" And it's his fucking cameo, like the response we had him read out.
And then just us laughing about it. It's so
It's
fucked
just-
up.
50 minutes uncut of us laughing in his face.
And he's like, "Hey guys, you were sending me some really long stuff. I might have to start raising the price." Fucking Beans, dude.
Oh my god, man. That broke me.
Yeah, that was rough.
I'll
That
never
was
be
funny.
the same.
That was a good stream, man.
Yes. Shout out to our boy Beans, who's banned in the chat. Don't bring him up.
We banned his account.
Yeah. He tried to come in and sub, and we told him no.
I guarantee if like
good
there was like a
lord.
known like, yo, this is Bean's Twitch account, somebody would have gifted him a sub.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely. I don't think
No
Beans
doubt.
knows what Twitch is, dude. I
Probably
mean, he's
not.
only 30. Tyler revealed that bombshell.
What?
Yeah, dude, he's
He
only
looks
30.
55.
I know.
He looks older than my
He's
dad.
younger than I am, dude.
What the fuck?
Isn't that insane?
I thought you were like 12.
Yeah, I'm 12.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
11.
correct.
But yeah, dude, I just that poor guy. And I feel bad that we just spent a stream laughing at him for 3 hours, but
It's my fault, dude.
Yeah,
I
just
think
have
what
a-
got it.
I have a sick
when
sense
you
of humor,
moved,
dude.
when you moved his face when you're playing Mom, you put it at the end of the track.
yes.
So and there was boss music playing.
Yes.
Oh, I was giggling for like a solid 30 minutes.
What the bit that got me is when I'm talking about something, we're not even playing the game, and Jason's just staring straight ahead, and I kind of look at him, and he goes, "Sorry, man, I've been fighting beans in my station awakening for the last 10 minutes." That fucking got me.
literally
Yeah, that
the
was-
best way to
I
put it
was
too, because it was
pissing
real.
myself.
It was real,
You're
dude.
fighting beans at the fucking.
Just
did
fighting
you
laughing.
steal that? Did you make that up? Fighting
was-
this off in my station
That
of
was
awakening.
literally just off the cuff, dude.
Yeah.
That's like genuinely. That's so fucking hilarious. Don't mind me. Sorry, I was in my station of awakening fighting off beans. That's
Yeah.
so.
Dude, he got me twice that day with like
Oh.
what the earlier on we had this guy come in and he was like asking us to kiss and stuff, and then was like, "Oh wait, you guys
Yeah,
are brothers,
I
right?"
love
Right?
that guy.
Well, we were talking about him again because we can't stop talking about him apparently, and
The chat keeps.
He's a
won't let
legend
it
now.
die.
he's a legend.
The chat
Fast
won't let
Pants.
it
Shout out
die.
to Fast Pants. And Jason out of nowhere was like, "Step bro, have you too fallen to darkness?" And it fucking killed me, dude. I was just
Darkness
like,
taking you,
Yeah, that's
step
right. Has darkness taken you, step bro? And I fucking laughed for fucking 10 minutes straight, dude. I was like, oh no, Erica, stop.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
so funny.
yeah.
It's just the.
It
Oh
was just
man,
popped
I'm just.
into my mind, dude.
I picture the Station of Awakening bit when Ventus has to fight Vanitas and they're doing like the Gurren Lagann drill bit where they're just drilling into each other.
Right.
They're just like a tug of war
But
and
it's
it's you and
Jason and
Beans.
Beans.
And the reaction command doesn't work properly half the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know what's funnier actually. You and Beans like locked in like this intense anime battle, or you and Beans just like straight fist fighting.
Yeah.
Like just like
Beans just has
uncut-
his fist cocked and he's just swinging at Jason.
yeah, just in the Station of Awakening, no music. It's just like the loud echoes of like every hit.
It was
they're
literally just me
grunts.
fighting. It was just like me fighting, laughing about him
Yeah.
in like such a deep level that it can only be described as my Station of
Yeah.
awakening.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny.
Love it.
That's what I mean. You know what? Answer the question from like 5 hours ago. What does it mean to be part of a cage community? You can say shit like that.
yes.
And people will
And
get it.
and microwave hallway, and people just get it. They're
Yes.
just like, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they're that joke wouldn't be nearly as funny if everybody in chat was like, "What do you mean, Station of Awakening? I don't know.
Make any sense.
Oh, what do you?
Yeah.
Why would you fight Beans there? I don't get it. I don't
know who
think Beans
Beans
would
is.
fight you. Yeah, they know who Beans is, but they don't know what the Station of
Of course.
Awakening is. Yeah. Anyway, dude, we got to wrap this up because as much as I love talking to you, it's been 2 hours and 40 minutes of us just. No, dude, this is great. This is probably going to be like the longest Ansem Report podcast episode we've ever done.
Have fun editing that shit, fucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna
enjoy.
I'm literally gonna edit
enjoy
out
it.
every time you speak, and then it's just gonna be us talking.
But just your laughs.
No. I saved it. I saved it for. Look, I was all serious, and I was like, oh yeah, YouTube's fun. Wow, meaningful. It's like I'm saving more for next time. See, I was gonna watch this. People are gonna watch this.
People are gonna want more,
man,
dude.
He's not funny.
I hope you're not the first guest where everybody like gets in the YouTube comments and goes, please don't have him back on.
Yeah, like Bio.
Yeah. No one said that about Bio except Sean.
Yeah,
kind of meh.
And he didn't even say he didn't want him back. He just said they were meh.
Yeah.
So
kind of meh.
It's different.
Fucking got him, dude. Holy
please,
shit.
plug your shit, dude. Tell people what you're working on next, where they can find you, where they can follow you.
Plug. I am currently. I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, at twitch.tv/Tatsumaki. And I am working on a bunch of new content for my YouTube channel, also Tatsumaki at youtube.com. I'm making the second video in the Best Way to Play series on KH1 right now. And that won't be out for a little bit, but I'm trying to also get some highlights out from the scary streams.
Highly recommend the scary streams. They're funny.
Yeah, if I when I manage to edit those. But yeah, if you're into Kingdom Hearts, I like Kingdom Hearts too. You know,
hell yeah.
I like being loud and having fun.
Yes, high energy.
So, yes,
most of the time. Even when I turn the stream on, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be. Listen, guys, no
for
fun.
The puzzle stream. It was
the puzzle stream was the most. It was fucking popping off. Dude.
It was.
Viewers went down when I finished the puzzles.
Yeah. That's what I
finished
said.
Puzzles, and people are like, I'm fucking out of here.
That's what I said, dude. I was like, dude, literally one of our best streams, like one of our first like really good streams was like, we're just fucking doing lucky emblems, dude.
Yeah.
And it popped off for whatever reason.
Yeah. It's like a journey, I guess. It's like a mini journey where it's like bite size enough for someone can
adventure.
like feel good. It's like, oh yeah, we got all the puzzles. And
it's one of those things that you're like, oh man, I'm gonna do that one day. I'm gonna get all these puzzle pieces, and you never do.
Yeah.
Right?
But to watch somebody else do it, to live vicariously through them and see them do
it,
it's incredible.
Like, oh man, I wish I could beat that puzzle.
Yes.
Crazy.
This fucking 24-piece puzzle.
And that one where it's got like a bunch of like it's got the like the clock tower in like the top left, and then there's like the organization members at the bottom. And then, dude, why the fuck does Zigbar look like a fucking like goblin, dude?
Does he?
He does a bit look like a goblin.
He looks like a fucking goblin.
Who was it? No, it was Marluxia's shoulders are really wide, and one of those.
That too.
He's a broad fucker.
He's a broad-shouldered man. That Marluxia.
He's a broad fucker.
And he. Yeah. Wait a minute.
What?
You said he's a broad fucker?
He's as in like he's wide.
He's fucking.
Not that
he's a broad fucker. He's the fucker.
Not that he fucks broads.
No.
Oh, okay.
Marluxia, obviously, I don't think he gets any at all. Look at him.
I mean, he's not a beautiful man by any stretch of the imagination. Just kidding, he is.
Please fuck me.
What? Please, Marluxia, fuck me.
Please whisper to my dad.
Anyway, thank you, Tatsoo, for being on, dude. We appreciate you.
For having me.
We love you. We'll have you on again sometime. We'll talk for another 3 fucking hours because we love you, man. Everybody go follow Tatsoo on Twitch. If you're feeling generous, throw a sub the man's way, all right? It's good content. We love it. If you like us, you will like his stream. I guarantee it.
100%.
So if you haven't checked him out, go check him out.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know that's a lot to live up to, man. Yeah.
Don't fuck this up for us.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Oh, you thought we weren't gonna do the outro.
Come on now. Come on, Jason. not much else needs to be said. We'll see you guys next week for episode number 95. Hit them with it.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Thank you.
Fuck off.